Yes, yes, yo.
Are we live? Are we live? What
We are
up,
live
though?
in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen, amen, amen. So let's start with you, Ayo, before we start the show. Let's
Yeah,
start
yeah, yeah,
with you.
yeah.
Last week, okay, first of all, let's start like this. Let's apologize to everybody for not being able to make the episode, the show, okay? We apologize to you guys. However, while the reason or the purported reason for us not making the show was due to scheduling conflicts, we can, on good authority, tell you that it
Yeah.
was Ayo that held us from recording. Okay?
No verse, ladies and
While we
gentlemen.
don't want to codify it on social media, we can at least, in this conversation we're having on the episode, be um, very open
Transparent.
and
Yeah.
transparent. Thank you, Mr. AOT2. Transparent to our listeners who we value very, very much. Okay? So, yes, Ayo apparently, and this is going off two instances that have happened now. Last week, Ayo also delayed us from recording for about an hour and 45 minutes today.
No
I
verse.
think Ayo is now the head of the family.
In
Do
this
you understand?
economy. In this
Because,
And
economy.
you
because,
guys,
wait. Ayo dropped a message today at about 8:13 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Which was about 45 minutes before we started recording. Say, hey guys, I have a small family emergency, but I'll be
Yes.
back by 10:45 a.m. Should we start recording then, or should I join the recording after I'm back? Right? In usual fashion, I responded. In usual fashion, Steve was nowhere to be found.
I
Um,
was sleeping.
yes, it's okay. It's okay. It can mean the same thing. You are nowhere to be found. You were sleeping. It's the same, the same. Not the same, the same.
No. It's not the same thing. One is just like very, very definitive. Do you get?
Which one is definitive?
I'm sleeping. Like everyone knows what it is. When you say
You're,
yeah, oh,
you're not
he's
to be
nowhere to be
found.
found,
How is that not definitive?
it's not
Bec-
because nobody
because
knows what that means.
you could be found sleeping.
It was.
So yeah,
That's a
you
good
could
one.
find it sleep. You
That's
could find
that's
it sleeping.
that's some good syntax there. You could be found sleeping.
You could be found sleeping.
All right. Okay. Anyways, so these two instances have led me to believe Ayo is now playing a very pivotal role in his family clan. Okay, whether it's happening in Ibadan, whether it's happening somewhere in Ogbao,
Whatever
whether
it is, we
whether
know
they
what it is.
whether they rented a hall in Excellence Hotel,
First
right?
of all, God forbid. Yeah, first of all,
What, you can't
have
rent
you
hall in Excellence Hotel?
have you seen the hall in Excellent Hotel? It's giving
Who
Nollywood vibes,
we
bruh.
will pimp it up now. We will pimp
There's
it
no,
up now.
no. You can't pimp it. You
Don't
can't put lipstick on a pig. I'm sorry.
don't they
I'm
have
sorry.
standing? Don't they have standing AC?
I doubt. I
They
doubt
will
they have
have they
standing
will have
AC.
standing AC now. Now
Uh,
every event center has standing AC
I'll
now.
go and check.
Uh-uh.
They fear. They fear go get standing fan. No be standing
Everybody
AC.
has standing AC.
Okay.
About a decade ago when I married, the whole way I married, they no standing fan, standing AC no did there.
Okay,
Like
that one true,
seven.
sure.
And that's 10 years ago. Excellence Hotel will at least give them 10 years now.
Yeah, you have to catch up.
You understand? So please, whether you're renting a hall in Excellence Hotel, these your family meetings. We are just praying that it leads to money and prosperity.
Amen. 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 Blessings
Not
and
the one
glory.
that you are settling fights that somebody went and married somebody, they did not put it on
No,
the
me.
letterhead. They did
They
not
know
do this
that
one,
when
they
it
did not do
comes,
that one.
they know when it comes to all those ones. I'm not in the group. I don't have time. Please, I
I
beg.
think because of how you have missed the podcast, and I know you fancy this podcast a lot, that you are really entangled and embroidered in this family thing, and you are playing a pivotal role. You are either in charge of finance, that's why you have to be there, or you are the head. Do you understand? You are not
My presence
playing
was just needed.
your
My
presence.
presence was just needed.
Your
Yeah.
presence was Steve. Do you hear this guy? His presence was just needed. You are playing a pivot. Why do you not want to admit you are playing a pivotal role
Okay,
now?
yes, I'm playing a pivotal role. Yes.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
you are playing a pivotal role. You're playing a
But don't
pivotal
want
role.
to give me Olori Ebi status, please. That is a title that I think every young person in Nigeria should run away from.
But what if with that title you can then engage local chiefs, something, 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 end up with you in the governor's office,
Excuse me.
meeting, something
Excuse me.
happens to something
Osage.
in your
I'm from
state.
See, after Edo State, in
Mm-hmm.
politics, now your state. I beg
Don't
you, the name of
in
I,
terms of what?
In
Because
terms of you know what? In
I
terms of
don't
you know
know. I
what?
don't know what.
Okay.
I don't know
In
what.
terms of-
What do you mean
in
in
ter-
terms of
in terms of
Edo State?
FAFO,
Edo State is now the bottom barrel.
it's the benchmark. That's a very good thing now. You people have a benchmark in something now.
Oh
In
my
terms of
god.
FAFO, after Edo
You know
State,
what? I was watching Monday F9 say something recently, and I was just like, man, APC took this. I don't know, be Lagos personally.
No, they took it personal.
They took it
Man,
personally.
imagine you protesting to the governor that there's no light in your state, and the governor joins your protest.
It's an insult to the whole state. Like, when you just look at a bunch of people and say, all of you are stupid. Let's just have a representation of your stupidity,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes,
I just
As a
clown you.
governor. That's what it is.
I agree.
Like, it's an insult to the people. I'm not saying the people is stupid. I'm saying this is how they view you people. This is how they view you. And I'm like, let's take the representation of it. Like, let's have a representation of that stupidity that we
Yeah.
think that you people are and shove it into your faces. That is what
Bro,
it is. Like, I can't believe it.
It's crazy.
I've seen Edo State governors, but this nigga.
Man, what a shame.
It's crazy.
Then going back to this whole family thing,
Yeah.
I don't know how it is with millennials or even worse with Gen Zs, but you know that there's this relationship, or I won't say relationship, those interactions that people do, like people have like with clan villagers, like elders or stuff. Like, I don't have it. I don't even know what to do if I like meet an elder in my village or in my family. You know that the customary, the traditional like greetings, there's a way you greet them.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
that's
certain
nice.
things that you say. I don't even know how to do that. Bro,
Oh, you even
I've
know-
never
you-
had
Some
a course
overrated.
to, so that's why I don't know how to
Some
do it.
overrated. Do you understand?
Is it?
Some overrated.
It's not for you to say.
No,
because you don't even know the intricacies of it. So for you to say it's
But
overrated.
do you know why I say it's overrated? I duly understand your point, and I understand where I say, bro, I have like 3 different backgrounds. So I understand what you're talking about. There's my Edo lineage, there's the Igbo lineage, right? And then there's the Southwest, and 3 of them have been into all those things. So I get what you're saying. Why I say it's overrated is just one thing I've noticed. The higher you go in the class,
Yeah.
Yes.
the less pronounced it is.
Yes, it's true.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Because I've been in these family gatherings, where the people that are following the ethics and code and are moving their body like this and are almost carrying a masquerade to be following them.
Have a lot of time. Let's just
Do you understand? And then the ones that breeze through in all white in the SUV with the pep that stays on the furniture for 2 weeks. Bro, I don't see
Nobody
a lot
talks
of
to them.
I don't see a lot of wahala when it comes to them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
At least, Steve, at least you know your village. Bro, after Ibadan, I'm not going deeper than that. I'm sorry, fam. I'm not going to any hinterland. I'm sorry, fam.
If I am Mehdi Tayo could skip out on Steve's wedding because it was not held in Ibadan,
do you know
Lagos?
Do you know how many family members' weddings I've skipped? Bro.
This man is tied to the southwest of Nigeria and is going.
But guess what? But lately, I've been keeping up with family, especially like cousins that
we can tell. We can tell.
Yeah,
we can
it's like
tell.
when you
we can tell.
That's so
your accent shows a lot.
The way when you begin to manage,
and I'm
like,
wondering, you know how detached you know how detached I can be, like.
Yeah.
So anytime he talks about this family engagement thing, I'm always surprised.
It's nuclear family, not extended family.
No, we don't know.
Okay.
Don't try to shut it up. We don't know. Let's go with our own. Bro, right now, I just know I don't think. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going with my flow.
The lies weren't entertaining that the truth. Nigga.
Yes, thank you. All I'm saying, Steve, is that people are getting older. Other people are passing away. Now they're looking at Ayo as the oldest guy in the room. At least you're in second tier. And you are majority in second tier.
You know the funny thing?
There are no more than 20-something-year-old boy who can skip out on these things and say, oh, Ayo, on Shere Nivikon is playing somewhere. No.
Yeah.
Where is Ayo? The meeting can't go forward without Uncle Ayo.
No.
Where is Uncle Ayo? Ayo will first have to take out all his Gen Z couture and go and wear white native.
No, that's the thing. First of all, you have to go and wear native. Like, bro, can't I just pull up?
You see what I'm saying?
Why? But that's not even me. But no, first of all, I think my family is one of the most hits when it comes to Japa. Like in terms of Japa victims.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
It's a bloodbath.
So I understand what is going on now. That's why you are currently where you are. It was an online meeting. It
Not
has
the only
gone on.
online
Bro, have
meeting.
you attended any of those family meetings online on
No,
Zoom where all of them are now shouting,
how about
Mr.
introduction?
Benifuja, Auntie Tayo. There was one guy when I
That's
start
extended.
one guy will start
No,
muting everybody. We'll not start
that's
muting all of them.
extended. That's extended family. And I
That's
thank God
extended.
that
No,
I've,
the,
I
I've,
don't. I'm not. I don't play in that lane at all.
I don't play that
it's
lane. I'm
crazy.
sorry.
It's crazy.
Mm.
Before they can get everybody on the call.
And I also
No,
think
the
that
nuclear family is always done on WhatsApp.
yeah,
It's
I also
WhatsApp. It's
think
WhatsApp. WhatsApp
I
call.
also
Yeah.
I also thank God that both my extended families from father and mother side are not. Some families are chaotic, bro. I understand why
Bro,
some people have trauma.
Yeah.
you're preaching to the choir here, man.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm not like thank God and everything. I think the most dramatic is from like not the most dramatic, like mother's side, when they have to share house and share land or share house or share land. I'm
Father
not
side,
involved in those meetings.
the father
It
side
not
too is
concern
crazy.
me.
Oh, well, you mean personally for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Father
Yeah,
side, nobody cares. Everybody's in UK. So UK, them some in US. That's all.
yeah.
Finish. Yeah, where we jam, we jam. Nobody get time for all that to
Man,
Nobody.
what Jackpa has done to the extended family, Sha.
It's
Even
destroyed
the
the
nuclear
extended
family
family.
to a large, even
Yeah.
to, even to even to
bro.
the nuclear family. Because bro, I don't have. I'm thinking about it now. I don't think I have any close relationship with any cousin as of now. Now, as I'm speaking to you now, I'm not on.
No
I've not
more
had a
and
conversation with
no
a cousin
more
in the last,
holiday
I
period.
would say 10,
Everybody
5 years.
no more
Yeah.
holiday period. Everybody spends the same. Spends the night or a few nights at the same house.
At the
You
same
know,
Yeah.
house,
your
Pull up our
yeah.
cousins and
grandpa's house
everything.
and everything. You don't have that again now. You don't have that again. It has
No more,
been
no more
decimated.
fighting with your cousin. You know all that shit.
Yeah. Now you check people's obituaries in newspaper. You now see son USA, daughter Turkey, something. You don't see that
Sorry,
everybody's
but sorry,
scattered.
why are they putting the location?
But why are they putting
Well,
it
you
there?
know now. You know
Why are they
Nigerians.
oh,
Osagie, you didn't read the Vanguard newspaper in the 90s when they used to say
Oh
with deep sorrow,
God.
with deep sorrow, but total submission to the will of God. We announce the death of our patriarch, something. They now put like 10 children. All the 10 children are in different countries. They now put the country in brackets.
Ah,
Show you how they are flossing.
Nigeria, everything is just to show.
It's
everything
just
is
to oppress the next
Even if
one.
you're announcing the obituary, you're still showing in the obituary that
Yeah. You didn't want. You didn't
everything
want.
is a flex.
Yeah.
everything is a
Our
flex,
wedding,
bro.
our wedding culture is a flex. Because if you look at it, there is no need for you to go into debt because of a one-day event. But hey, it is what it is. You live
Wedding
like
culture is a flex. Funeral culture is a flex.
Omo. I even heard like what surprises me is that people who die abroad now start doing GoFund for them to get buried. I'm
Yeah.
like, man.
Yeah.
So it's expensive again.
Yeah.
Now
I
wow.
actually think it's something we don't think about, but I actually think it's very selfish for us to die and not plan your burial as a human being.
Yeah, I
If
think
you
that's an essential event that everybody should.
especially as you're getting older. To me, it's
Mhm.
Yeah,
selfish.
especially now with technology.
Your technology, as you're getting
Yeah.
Yeah,
older, also, if you have the means, you know,
yeah,
Yeah. So means they because
or
if you see plots,
you've done your will, then you say, okay, this person should handle my funeral, right? But it's
yeah,
planned. You already have like it's planned, and there's money. And when there's money, it's easier
yeah.
to
I
do
know
all
some
those things.
families that have plots in Atiko Cemetery down
Yeah,
like
my
for
my my
them and
grandma
their
my
kids.
grandmother had my grandmother
Mm.
planned everything.
You know how much Ikoyi Cemetery now is to
My
die.
grandmother planned it to the point where if she was not in the right frame of mind, she had everything
Oh,
sorted as an affidavit.
oh, so she has somebody who's executing her last will
Do you
and
understand?
yeah, that's smart.
Like you plan it to the point where you don't know if you might have what you call that thing.
What's that in Alzheimer's?
Also, if you have Alzheimer's, do you understand? You plan
Mm.
it to that point
Yeah,
where you
we are
might
no
still
longer
be
capable of taking decisions anymore. Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. So please, guys, try and plan. I'm sure they are for those who live out of Nigeria, and I believe in Nigeria as well. They are, in Nigeria, of course, you should have like attorneys or lawyers or law firms that can
Oh,
handle this for
definitely.
you. Outside the
Yeah.
country, there are special programs that and companies and services that can handle this for
yeah.
you. Nigeria's only the problem is that
Wait, the
This
family
guy
go
first
contest.
laugh.
Wait,
The guy
you go
first
go
laugh.
laugh. You
the
go first
problem
laugh.
the problem is that you pass away now. The law firm will say this is what's happening. So you will say no, we're going to court. No, this is not happen. Or they will go
That's so
and meet,
crazy.
you
We go
know,
the people go see the contest.
yes, they
Ah,
will contest the integrity. They will also put the integrity of the person who is
Administering the
administration and executing the will. They'll put the person's integrity in question.
It's the question.
Do you understand? When you go
Man.
and pressure the person.
Osagie, have you listened to what lawyers say about like going to court and seeing things that are out of the physical realm?
Bro, I saw a rant by a lawyer recently who said, see, if you want to do
I saw it
jazz for
too.
your clients, do jazz for your
Please.
clients. Waiting concern me, the lawyer.
I saw it.
Bro, the thing.
Now
I saw
only
on
God
Twitter
know
when
what
he
that
said-
guy see the night before.
For that guy to
Bro.
come on to do that video.
You know,
He said
it's-
he dey feel am. He dey feel am.
I saw
He
somebody's
definitely-
a lawyer's narration of something that happened in court. A key witness was called to the stand
Mhm.
to come and say what happened. Though. First, the man started coughing. All of a sudden, he started vomiting blood.
Uh-oh.
Right there in
the
court.
court.
Yes, bro. Nigerian legal system is mad. If you have like you could be a judge or a lawyer. Then all of a sudden you see like people in fraternities pulling up in court with their full regalia. You as a judge or something now, how you want to say your man did guilty?
Everybody's in trouble. The judge is in trouble because he's saying, hey, what if I rule on this thing in not in favor of these people? One.
Yeah.
The prosecutor is in trouble anyway because
you
you're
know
not
that
on
one
their
don't
side.
die. That one don't even
understand?
die already.
And even their own legal representative are in trouble if they don't.
If
win
you
the
fuck up,
case.
see
the whole legal
it-
system is in trouble.
anything that involves land, law, and medicine in this country, bro. If you don't get spiritual parking, do not enter. What your eye could
Yeah.
see.
You go here. Wah.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Should we start the show? Are you guys ready? We have
Yeah.
a lot to
Let's
talk
go.
about. We have a lot to talk about.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go, guys.
Let's start what we have come into the room to do.
You're about to embark on an experience crafted from countless hours of passion, struggle, and dedication. This is more than just music. It's a testament to dreams pursued relentlessly, to stories told through beats and verses. This is the culmination of our dreams. Welcome to the cake business.
If you're listening right now, you're privileged. Got subscriptions, got data, get your head on straight. Yes, we've been afraid, now we begin to rage. This is food for thought with nothing on your dinner plate. Sensitive subjects just passing as my pen engage. I should tread carefully, reminded of my early days. What's the worst that can happen? We in the end of days. Vagabonds in power, the clowns have taken center stage. Let the poor breathe, make room, let's ventilate. Nothing to celebrate, we can make no lemonade. We ain't got no lemons, the melons don't broke our vertebrae. Living like a peasant, I'm watching the felons get away. But I'm hella straight, levitate to the Peligate. When I talk to God face to face, Father, tell me straight that He shows me everything and then I get enraged. Bow your head, let us pray.
Lord will guide you till the end. I pray your journey will be guided by His strength.
Go. Pray for your enemies, I'd rather pray for my friends, cause enemies stay enemies. Friends will take up jealousy. You can have what I have, you just gotta do the work. Or forever grab on my fabric whenever Gilbert works. APC holding brooms, PDP umbrellas. Black axe swinging axes, priest crosses and chaplets. Say the rosary, Hail Mary, I've been a Catholic. Son of John the Baptist, John O'Bandy for those who wear skin.
Well, I'm on a different kind of war. The rich get richer, still oppressed on the bar, but don't knock on my door, cause I don't know again. The government is bringing their bullshit again. What? I'm on a different kind of war. The rich get richer, still oppressed on the poor, but don't knock on my door, cause I don't know again. The government is bringing their bullshit again. What? Another bomb just went off, we're numb to this. The president is looking clueless, we used to this. Used to the pain and the bloodshed. Used to the lies and the greed and the false hopes. Not the ropes, this is hangman music. Can you not shocky for once and just listen? At this rate we're back to the 60s, back to the Civil War. Country with no law. Crucifix on my front door, my Bible open. Down on both knees, praying for this damn nation. Lord save us from damnation. The slipping on the health and education. The snoring on the better bed, so who cares? the burden of the nation, but who bears? All I see tears, fears, looting, corruption, evil, demonic. War. I'm on a different kind of war. The rich get richer, still oppressed, and the poor but don't knock on my door, cause I don't know again. The government is bringing their bullshit again. War. I'm on a different kind of war. The rich get richer, still oppressed, and the poor but don't knock on my door, cause I don't know again. The government is bringing their bullshit again. What?
You are now listening
Even if
to
I
Loose
can't
Talk.
change this nation, I pray to hear my voice on every fucking radio station. Nothing walks from the cops to the morgues. If they had a chance, they would shoot us down like dogs. What are the kids checking most on the blogs? Fashion, music, lifestyle, the gloss. Ain't nobody conscious. Fuck the patriotism, heroism for fools. Shut down the schools. Skill gaps in every sector. We went from having all to having nothing. Thank you for extorting. Never underestimate the prayers of the poor and downtrodden. Dear Lord, lift away this burden. I feel the country got sold to the highest bidders. Is God punishing us with bad leaders? Who loot the treasury, fly the kids overseas, enroll in the most prestigious colleges, turning us to savages, eat from the refuse bins and leftovers. It's Passover. Mark your doors with the blood of the lambs, cause the wrath of the God upon us.
Our people suffer.
Well, I'm on a different job.
I regard myself as the representative of the entire people of Nigeria.
Fellow Nigerians, we have not tried to victimize anybody. Fellow Nigerians, we have not tried to victimize
You are now
anybody.
listening to Loose Talk.
The blind lead the blind. We push, kick, and follow. We living in sorrow, hoping for a better tomorrow. I'm a SMS to CBN. I need cash to borrow. Pockets are hollow. People need relief. While the filthy rich amass wealth beyond belief. Good grief. I see the pen and paper thief flexing with his family. Posing innovation. I used to have love for the green and white nation. Now I got none left. But I still know my right. The future is bright despite the reality bite. Corruption is at its highest height. No work, so there's a robbery. Almost every night, clean water is a myth. We don't get any, many youth die before they reach the age of 20. Life is rougher than the runway of Lagos airport. So I'm trying not to crash land when I air thoughts.
Fellow Nigerians, we have not tried to victimize anybody.
We don't believe a word of it.
Fellow Nigerians, we have not tried to victimize anybody. Fellow Nigerians, we have not tried to victimize anybody.
We don't believe a word of it.
Fellow Nigerians, we have not tried to victimize anybody.
Ashamed of themselves. They are therefore all dismissed with ignominy and with immediate effect.
That's a falling off.
You are now listening to Loose Talk.
Let's start. Because the bang bada, when the bang bada, because the gang giddy, when the gang giddy, become the ro, become the ja. That's so crazy stuff. 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 That's so crazy stuff.
That's so crazy start. Let's face the fact that the people are slim and the governor's fat, and the people laboring only the organ relax. It's just a matter of time the people gonna react. People wanna eat but there is no money at all, so they gotta be sharp cause the governor's dull. People struggle and toil, others are shopping the mall. Some people cooking with coil, others are chopping the oil. So when the voters start to protest, it's because we notice that there isn't progress. We know the low S and the poor S are living in grotesque conditions, so condition cause the unrest. You don't need to be a psychic to notice majority of our population living hopeless. So if the 90% are now the brokest, then you know you're gonna find fire where the smoke is. When the bong
because the bang bada, when the bang bada, because the gang giddy, when the gang giddy, become the ro, become the ja. That's so crazy stuff. 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 That's so crazy stuff.
That's so crazy start for university class. Even if you study, you must know somebody to pass. No light in the hostel, no light in the class. No water, man. Students buying water to bath. 10 students, one room, all of them shedding mattress. Plus, the room is meant for those with plenty of cash. The lecturer just told my girlfriend that he liking her ass. If she wanna pass the class, she gotta give him the nyash. And the VC is busy driving in his new car. Tell me what am I to do, sir? They keep saying that the youth are the future, but the hardship continuous. Haluta! Education is a big mess. Two computer. Computer science degree, never seen a computer. Today the bazooka, sound in the schoolyard, breaking every louver.
When they go polo, because they bang bada. When they bang bada, because they gang giddy. When they gang giddy, become the ro-ro-ro. Shit the ro-ro-ro, become the ja-ja-ja. That's so crazy stuff, 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 that's so crazy stuff.
You are now listening to Loose Talk.
Welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast. It is Loose Talk, baby. Yes, your round of applause for you guys. Waiting a whole week to hear, well, 2 weeks in this case, to hear a new episode of your podcast. My name is Osagie Alonge. As usual, I'm here with the LXG. Yes, the League of Extreme Gentlemen, League of Extreme Podcasters. Steve, the lead researcher, Day Results My Very, and of course, the number one, Global. We're global now, right?
Yeah, we're global, baby.
We're global. Are you sure we're global?
Yeah, AOT to the world.
All right. The number one global family head of the house,
Hey,
Mr.
easy.
Ayomide Tayo.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, guys. Okay, new week, new hustle. What do we have on the dock? There is no other place to start.
I saw the smoke already this morning. I'm like, yeah, let's get it going.
Before we start, let us, of course, in usual fashion, which we don't do all the time, but we have to be doing all the time, is talk about the songs we played before as we started the show. We started it with Third John, AQ featuring Wizard Chan of his Purple Doesn't Exist album. We followed that up with Ill Bliss's A Different Kind of War of his classic, powerful. You know the funny thing about that record, A Different Kind of War, everything he said there.
Yeah, still applies.
Every single thing.
It's still happening.
Do you know how old that song is?
Hmm.
Do you know that song was released in 2016?
2015.
2015.
Powerful.
So
yeah.
11 years.
Yeah.
11 years.
Side notes, I can't remember who said this. One of the Kutis said people keep saying that Fela was a prophet because what he was singing about, has come true in Nigeria. And he said, and one of the Kutis said, no. The fact is that nothing has changed in this country. So everything still remains relevant at the end of the day.
There's no prophetic thing around.
It's not prophetic. It's what was happening and shit ain't changed. So, yeah.
Wow. And then we followed that with this sleeper hit, Craze by MI on MI2. At first when this song dropped, it was my least favorite on the album. And a lot of people's least favorite on the album as well.
Are you joking? For real? I love that record.
Yeah, it was my least favorite on the album because for me, it just didn't fit in every other thing he was doing. The beat was weird, everything was weird, but
yeah, it was weird though.
Some of these songs grew on you, and it's one of my favorite now because the messaging in this record, and I'm glad he did this record like this, because as you are bumping your head and everything, he's giving you the truth.
You put the medicine in the candy.
Yes, you put the medicine in the candy bottle, and then we followed up. Oh, actually, before we played MI's Craze, we played Mode 9's Fellow Nigerians off his debut album Il Pluribus Unum, one amongst many. Dope. All hip hop.
I know where you're going to now. I can see the angle. You're already placing the ball. I can see the KDB pass you want throw now.
Hip hop. Well, guys, let's start off here before. Let's start off with Daniel Bwala. We'll do the music stuff later. We got to start off with idiots. Let's get the idiots out of the way.
The man with the water.
The man, the legend, the myth, Daniel Bwala. Yes.
Crazy,
Daniel
man.
Bwala is currently serving as the special advisor on media and public communications to the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes, special advisor on media and public communications. If you've been living under a rock, you must have missed Daniel Bwala's appearance on, what's the name of that show? On Mehdi Hasan show, right? Hosted by Al Jazeera. Let me get the name of the show. I was too intrigued to know the name of the show. But let me get the name of the show. Mehdi Hasan. Thank you. Well, the name of the show is Head to Head, right? It's a if you've not watched episodes of this show, it's as simple as it gets. One-on-one, Mehdi Hasan, British American journalist. You guys know him, works for Al Jazeera right now. He sits with people and then he asks the tough questions. It's like BBC's Hard Talk, but has an audience, right? So he had on recently Nigeria's, of course, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's special advisor on media and public communications, Daniel Bwala, on the show. And then they talked about a number of things, including Nigeria's widespread violence, the root causes of this violence, the integrity of the president, the integrity of Daniel Bwala himself.
Yeah.
And then, also the show had 3 people who also served as talking heads beyond Mehdi Hasan and Daniel Bwala, right? You had Tunde Doherty, who represents the All Progressive Congress political party in the UK.
Yes.
A lady called I don't want to get her name wrong, so I am going to look for her name. I think that's the best thing to do. I will pull up her name now because she spoke very well. I hope I can get her name. Fantastic. Joining discussion was also, like I mentioned, Tunde Doherty. He is the UK chairman of the All Progressive Congress, the APC. Aisha Osori, director, Open Society Foundation's Ideas Workshop and Lab, and Anu Adeoye. Shout out to Anu. In fact, round of applause for Anu Adeoye for just looking the way he was looking on that show. Looking really. I know if you're not
Man was tired and frustrated.
No. But man, he swagged it out. The guy got a fresh cut. Anu got that 2 days 2 days old cut.
Yeah.
He got that 2 days old cut going, right? So shout out to Anu Adeoye.
And nice sweater, by the way.
Yeah, nice sweater, man. I'm going to look for. I think that's definitely like. Anyways, let me say his name. Anu Adeoye. Anu Adeoye, the journalist at Financial Times, who did an incredible job, articulating himself and just articulating Nigeria's political stance, our non-existent ideology, amongst some other things. If you've not watched it, guys, it is a 50-minute episode of the show, head to head. It's on Al Jazeera English YouTube page. So you guys go and check it. You've seen a lot of cuts and clips on social media. Please, if you're really interested in this, I implore you to go beyond the social media clips you've watched so that you don't think, they were just caught up for social media conversations and everything, right? Which is intended, which is what it was caught up for anyways. Go to YouTube and watch the full thing. I watched it this morning with my wife. You can imagine how appalled. My wife was in a state of utter shock anyways. When
it's usually comedy is usually a good couple watch.
Binding. It's good for binding.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Comedy drama.
Oh my god.
And Polly met Sally. Anyways, it's a good one. You guys should watch it. It's titled Nigeria: Renewed Hope or Hopelessness. And now to the crux of the matter, I think like what they're discussing, there's nothing eye-opening there, right?
Yes.
These are conversations we've had on this show. You understand? Like every talking point, we've had conversations on this show. Whether it is the state of Nigeria's insecurity, how bad it is, the amount of people that have died, the multidimensional poverty, do you understand? Or even the integrity of people when it comes to politics. There's nothing we've not discussed on this show, Loose Talk, that was not spoken on as a talking point on that episode, head to head. So what we're going to discuss here today is actually the special advisor's poor performance on the show.
Shambolic performance.
Man.
Disaster class.
Yes. That thing should be taken, that show should be taken, got up into number of clips and used in schools, right?
Yeah.
And PR schools to teach people what not to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very detailed.
When you have those training videos, right? When you join some companies, they have these multiple training videos you have to watch.
Training videos, like
and everything. The ones that they play out the scenarios. and maybe something happens, then they pause the video.
Yeah, yeah.
What happens here is Dave should have communicated in a better. This is what they should use this video to do, and just teach PR students that when they ask a question that is fact driven, or when a statement is made that is fact driven, your response cannot be that. Well, that's your opinion. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Guys,
to make this matter worse,
yes,
there's a part of the interview that didn't come out, that wasn't published. When Mehdi Hasan asked him something and said why, and they said Bwala Daniel responded by saying, "Why has two branches and a long tail?"
Yes, and that was confirmed
I find that
by
very hard to think.
one of the co-founders.
That was confirmed by
SBM Intelligence. I think maybe he was there in the crowd. I don't know. Cheta was there, but like one person said it, another person confirmed it, and these people are of good reputation. So that happened. The special advisor on media and public communications to the president of the most populous black nation in the world responded to a question why by saying, "Why has two branches and a long tail?" Do you know that in communicating with my 8-year-old daughter,
you've never said that.
When she asks me any question, I can't say that. It makes me look like a fool.
Yes.
Even though she will laugh at it, she will look at me and say, "Well, at this point, my father was out of ideas and tried to pull a joke."
Put it out of it.
That's what's going to go through my 8-year-old daughter. She's going to look at me weird. She will laugh, but like in retrospect, she will say, "Oh, man." And then you did this on the world stage. On the world stage, guys, this video has just on YouTube, guys, how many views does this thing have? I'm trying to track the views. It has. Oh, they've taken out the views. Oh, yes, sorry, 700,000 views. 700,000 people have watched you disgrace your country, disgrace your family, disgrace yourself, disgrace your political party, disgrace your president that you are representing. If this man is the head of the family, he should be fired immediately, and Ayomide Tayo should be installed as the interim head of his family.
I beg.
Anyways, beyond jokes, guys, this was terrible. It was terrible on all. Where
on all fronts? Body language,
terrible.
processing the question, answering the question. I have not seen anybody. I can't even say this is the bottom of Nigerian on excellence, because another bottom will cave in again. But right
it ties into it.
This ties into
it.
This is not even the bottom of no. This used to be the bottom, right? Where you had eloquent, where you had people who could speak well.
Yeah.
At least he can speak well. He can express himself, right? This used to be the bottom. The bottom now is Monday F9 of Edo State.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the bottom.
And that's the bottom.
Yeah,
in Obasanjo's era and co, this used to be the bottom. We used to laugh at these guys now.
Yeah. We dug deeper.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Monday F9 is the bottom now. People who can't pronounce 4 billion naira, or who can't pronounce words that are written in figures.
The most worrying part of this whole thing is that fine, you've gotten a job from, I would say, like political nepotism, right? Patronage or whatever it is, and you've just the problem I have with this is on a personal level, where you've had an opportunity to be somewhere and there's no obvious strategy or obvious efforts to make yourself better in that role. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, being a spokesperson is a very professional role.
Bro.
Like, professional. Like,
we saw what Frank Nweke Jr. was doing now.
Bro, it's a very professional role.
On behalf of Obasanjo.
Like,
and we still used to tackle him.
And tackle him. Do
you
get? So like the job, like I was even ranting in the group. This job is not even necessary for you to like answer every questions directly.
No, you don't need to.
Like like what experienced spokespeople do is they're trained to like pivot away from like difficult questions
so well.
Bro,
yeah.
Then return to like carefully narrative, carefully put together narratives. Do you get? Like that was what like that the real skill is mastering a well-researched position that favors your
principal.
clients.
Yeah.
Yes. And present them in a very convincing way. Well, even like for example, I watch like for example the White House communication that girl she comes to she faces like journalists every day, and she says something. She's not saying the truth, right? But you see how convincing and how assertive she is in her claims. That's how professional she is. Do you get like it's very troubling that someone on this level who's the spokesperson of the president of the country can't take out $3,000 or $2,000 to go look for like a communication expert to get trained for like 6 weeks
to better yourself.
Like it's to better yourself. Like this is just somebody who just doesn't respect the country, doesn't respect the role, he doesn't even respect his principle. Like if I go out like this to defend my boss, boss, this is my current job, like all the bosses I've had in my life. If I go out like that and defend them, I'll be ashamed of myself. Let alone the president of the country, which indirectly means that you are even representing the people of the country.
Yes, you are.
It's insane.
This you can't tell me this is the best option for comms for international comms for Nigeria. You cannot tell me. At the end of the day, like how can't you better yourself? You had ample time. There are resources out there, but you come out and show yourself clearly and confidently that you are mediocre. And the annoying thing is that there's not going to be any consequence for this poor showing. No consequence whatsoever. No consequence whatsoever.
When you say consequence, the person who was supposed to dish out.
While I do agree that Daniel Bwala is a top man idiot, right? While I do agree that he failed to prepare himself, failed to be trained, does not even have the necessary skill to be in that position. Forget training, right? You can't upskill yourself. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. You understand?
Yeah.
You can't upskill.
If you didn't date, you didn't date.
I just talked about it. You can't put a lipstick on a pig and call it beautiful.
At all.
You understand? So that is one thing, right? What if in this scenario, I am saying Daniel Bwala is a top guy? Aren't Nigeria's problems in 2026 too big for anybody to handle? Like, okay, who's one of the best guys with speeches and make speeches? And Obama.
Yeah.
How does Obama want to wiggle his way out of Mehdi Hasan's simple and direct questions? An example of that question when he says, you have the most out-of-school children in the country. 1. You have the most people in multi-dimensional poverty. 2. 3. You have the most dead people for a country that is not at war. People that have died in the last 5. Bro, how many in Tinubu's tenure? It has been 24,000 people.
Yeah, I think around that
or
number
more
for last year. Yeah.
For last year, right? Last year, in a year, you have that number of people that have died. And these are wartime numbers for a country that is not
in wartime. Yeah.
That is not in wartime. How do you, Steve Obama, respond to that?
So this is my issue, Osagie.
Yes.
Why did this guy go for the interview? You go for interviews when you are prepared.
Well, Ayo, the problem is when you dine with the devil, you don't have leverage and
so what I'm
the
asking
devil
is,
sends you to you are basically spawn.
So the devil has to launder his image. He has to get
how do you defend that? You don't defend that. You lean into it. Yes, we have a terrorism problem that has been happening in the country that has started brewing in the country since 1999, since 1960, that has not been controlled, and we've lost control of it. But this is what we're doing right now.
The problem,
yesterday, the Nigerian military killed over 50 something terrorists or kidnappers or whatever it is.
Well, let me cut you down. I understand where you want to go by leaning to it. The problem is that his minders, the people that got him the job, don't want to hear admittance. Do you understand the problem?
They want to deny the problems.
We've worked for bosses like that said, go and fix something, and you know that this thing is going to take 12 days, and they say, go and fix it in 4 days. but you can't say no.
Impossible.
You still go and do it, but end up not fixing it in 4 days. Do you understand my point?
Yeah.
They don't want you to, bro. There's a whole. Do you know how many people? Do you know how many northern political and elite leaders will be mad at Daniel Bwala to admit that there's a Christian genocide? What are not even Christian that's happening? Do you want him to admit? The man was saying Christian minority.
It's foolish to, but isn't it foolish to not? Even isn't it foolish to kind of like try to deny it at this point?
See. Let me tell you something.
It's better for foolishness.
There's a group of people who are happy with him or who are okay and satisfied that he did not
with his
admit
appearance
that people are being killed because of their religion. That's
your
number
first
one.
lady, your first lady has denied it also.
Do you understand? Then still
that's the official. That's the official angle. That's the official angle.
They want total deniability. They don't want to admit. They don't want to admit anything. And I'm glad that this whole thing about the president forfeiting an amount of money because it was drug-related charges, but I'm glad it has moved out of the David Ondeyin circle, conspiracy circle for once, and it was said on
that's been mainstreamed now.
Do you understand? It was said on Al Jazeera. When he mentioned that, I'm like, oh, okay, this is no more a David Ondeyin conspiracy anymore. This thing has now been said on, and how do you want to lean into that, Steve? You want him to admit?
Bro, there's no leaning to that one.
No, my guy, lean on me, lean.
Because that's what you're alleging is drug trafficking. Bro, you can't lean into that one, dude. It's too volatile.
How do you lean into, you have the most out of school children? 80 million. How many people? 18 million children
those are
out of school. Steve, how do you lean into that? You are Obama. You are a great orator. You have all the tricks off your sleeves. How do you lean into the results and the current situation are so damaging? No spokesman can go on that platform and excel.
Yeah. I agree with
They're just going to speak well. They're just going to be eloquent. They're just going to be really nice with the
words.
It's going
to be bullshit.
Like that other guy. What's his name? The guy that Tinubu they got rid of that they didn't like from Buhari's time.
The light-skinned dude.
Yeah, me and Ephraim were going back and forth on him this morning. Well, not back on, but we're discussing it.
The one that resigned now.
Yes, I said he resigned.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ajuri. We talked about this podcast. Let me get his full name.
Ajuri Ngilele.
Thank you, Ajuri Ngilale. Do you understand? Ajuri,
he can't spin it,
but he tries a lot. I won't lie.
No, he's good.
Yeah. So I understand. Everyone was like, if you had this guy, it won't be as bad as this. And I agree with him. I'm just saying, Ajuri would have gotten 1,000,001 headaches in his research and briefing time ahead of this interview,
because the angle no day to spin. There are no spin. There are no spin doctor. Bring the best spin doctors in the world.
Look at all the numbers. When he ran there now, what's his name? Daniel Bwala ran there. Oh, IMF has said this. Oh, World Bank has said this. And I love what the Aisha Osori put in there. He said, wait a minute. Wait. These platforms, these companies, these organizations that are notoriously known to have guided Nigeria into situations where they had to further impoverish the
Nigerians,
people under structural, what do they call that thing again?
Structural adjustment reforms.
Do you understand? SAP and all those things.
SAP. Yeah.
It is those organizations that you are now banking your own the health of your economy on. That was a brilliant place she took it. Then I like how Anu now brought it back again and said, what? It's nice to always mention these things. It's nice to mention, try and juxtapose Nigeria's corrupt system with foreign countries, G7 corrupt system. But when it comes to providing electricity 24/7, all we hear is crickets.
Yep. Yes.
So it's nice to match and say, oh, there's corruption everywhere. Why can't there be electricity everywhere?
Everywhere. Since electricity there everywhere.
Do you understand? It was brilliant. Now, let's give a round of applause to the UK chairman, All Progressives Congress, Tunde Doherty.
Was it the one with the cap?
Yes. A round of applause to the gentleman for being the biggest idiot to his whole families. He also will be removed from the head of his family, and will be installed
because he's in the UK. Because he's in the UK. So yes, I agree that one. Yes, thank you. I can do that one.
So you don't want to do Dan? Where's Daniel Bwala from?
He's domiciled in Abuja now. I beg.
Wait, let me check where he's from state of origin.
Oh, okay.
I'm checking. Daniel Bwala was born. Funny enough, he was born in Ontario. Wow. Well, this is Nairaland. So believe what you can believe.
Okay, please.
Believe what you can believe. Believe what you can believe. The Nigerian lawyer, blah blah blah. Where is he from? Where is his state? All this.
Wait, the guy doesn't have Wikipedia.
Oh, Daniel Bwala, Wikipedia.
Problem there.
Does he even know that he needs one?
A spokesperson to the president. Does it do?
See, that thing I read from Ireland, please don't even believe it. Me, I'm not believing it. Okay, he's from South Borno State.
You know the funny thing is that your state has been hit most by terrorism.
Do you understand?
And you go out to go and lie. Where is your conscience, my guy?
Oh my God.
Nah.
Oh,
I don't know even what led Tinubu to even sanction this interview. Because clearly, I don't know why you need it. You don't need it for. Who are you trying to appeal to? Because you know your election. You don't give a fuck about
part
us.
of the $9 million they paid.
Okay, it's the $9 million that must show working.
It's part of the $9 million that they paid. The problem is that they
So
they
out
paid
of the
the
$9
money,
million,
they got the access, but the content. Do you understand? You can build the most beautiful website. If your copy is not good, you're not acquiring users.
So in this content, the president will not speak. The most important person in the country will not speak. His wife has spoken. Clearly,
what
a bumbling idiot has spoken.
What do you want? Bro.
I don't think
Obasanjo went for hard talk. How would you forgotten? It's on YouTube.
Bro,
people should go and watch it.
Obasanjo know they fear anybody.
Obasanjo looked at the guy's eyes one time and told the guy that, I put it to you, what you are saying is wrong and that's bad.
Imagine Tinubu. Imagine Tinubu.
Tinubu on Mehdi Hasan is going to be a lot.
You'll cry.
Tinubu on hard talk on this head to head. It's a bloodbath. It can't see, bro. Bayo Ononuga, bloodbath. Daniel Bwala, as we are saying, bloodbath. Shetima, bloodbath. Who do you want to take there? Who?
Man.
There's nobody you can take there.
I don't think I've seen a media team this bad before. Every presidential media team this bad before.
Do you understand? Who do you want to take there? Ordinary, what was it? The other one that they put Tolu Ogunlesi. Yeah, it was Carlo Loin. You couldn't say anything.
But they hooked that guy. They hooked him for that one.
And it was they were referencing the October 20 killings.
Yeah, the October 20
6
killings.
years ago.
Because that one he knew he could not deny. Bro,
what do you want to say?
You can't deny.
He couldn't say.
I think it was a humiliation ritual for him. I think he just had to. They're like, you will never have the thought. Now this Twitter they do. Yeah, come front of camera once. Can't show doing.
Do you understand? How do you want to solve this? How?
You can only solve it with competence, and we know clearly that the Nigerian leadership system is not built on competence.
It's nothing you can do. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that his own video. Yeah, I found it.
One of my okay.
I found it.
Soon be resolved.
One of my favorite parts in this interview. Okay.
Will soon be resolved. You are part of a team that is working. You're part of a technical team Nigeria set up to negotiate with Twitter. Are you any closer to finding a resolution to this issue?
Absolutely. It is. We are indeed very close to a resolution. And you know, one thing I must say is, you know, you typically want, you know, the media seems sort of to often want to paint a picture of some sort of adversarial negotiation or a contest of sorts. But it's been a very amicable, very peaceful, very amicable and positive conversation. I think both sides have benefited from listening to each other and sharing their views, and I think we're indeed very close. Again, in the Independence Day speech of the president on the 1st of October, I mean, he did actually say that he's approved the lifting of the ban, of the suspension. You know, as long as the committees he set up, the ministerial committee, is happy that the conditions that have been outlined have been fulfilled by Twitter. So we are very close. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
So that's, you can't say it's not adversarial when you have banned a social network for 4 months and counting. When President Buhari, in that Independence Day you speak about, gave conditions that will not be fulfilled tomorrow. These are conditions that will take time to incorporate in Nigeria, to pay taxes, and all those to be under Nigerian law. These will not happen next week.
No, absolutely. I mean, the conditions are not, I mean, they are sort of, you might look at them from the point of view of short-term.
Man, shut the fuck up, man. Do you understand? Is this guy going to go on the Mehdi Hasan? Tell me, Steve. It's bad.
Mehdi Hasan cooking.
You've burnt food. The food you are cooking, you've burnt it. No
So
matter
you can't
how you
present it
dress
again.
it on the gold plate. Bad food is bad food, my brother. Bad food is bad food. That's where we are. That's where we are. These are the people that represent the...
It's bad food, but it's still an opportunity to also come out and, you know, and talk about like the things that your government is doing.
But also,
and trust me, every government in the world is doing something. No, every government in the world is doing something.
What Tinubu's government is doing do not tie directly to the answer. That's what they are doing. Those boys are working.
Bro.
But who are they working for? That is
the
the
problem is
the
that,
question.
you know the problem, Steve. I understand Steve's point, but Steve, the context in which you've pulled these things are two different universes, right? European countries have an issue with immigration. So when that conversation starts, whether whoever is interviewing you, whether it's from the left or right, and then you want to push back on it. Say you have a right winger from that European country, right? Being interviewed by the left, and they're saying, oh, you keep saying they shouldn't bring any more immigrants, but immigrants have done this for you, done that. And then there's a general conversation around that. People are having conversations with immigration. I was talking about the dot tax system recently, right? There's a conversation around taxing unrealized gains, right? Bro, you know the conversation being had in Nigeria? That 18 million children are out of school.
Basic.
What is that conversation going to look like? It's like, you want to have a conversation with somebody who shit on himself, and you're saying, well, you shit on yourself. And then you're arguing, Steve is now saying, well, there's still a way you can. You shit on yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, stain, there's a stain on you. 18 million children.
That's a country, fam. 18 million children out of school.
What are we talking about?
And there's no clear
total population in Ireland is 17 point something million.
So that's Holland. No?
What are we talking about?
And there's no clear blueprint on how to solve this.
The best talkers won't take this job. They will run away.
Because they know, because they know that it built on competence, and who they are working for is not a competent government.
Look at what's his name? Look at Ortega. Look at what he was doing in Boa. Amazing guy, amazing stuff. He started working for Tinubu. What did he do? His first project that was very visible was flying an Afrobeats musician, a social media person who sells houses by shouting "see space, see space, see space."
A social media nuisance.
Do you understand?
Social media
nuisance that sells real estate. The number one real estate seller, marketer.
Unfortunately,
that shouts "see space, see space,
see space." Wow!
You are this place. This corner, like you are, madam. Go just the air. They flew them to India to go and talk about LNG.
Is it LNG or CNG?
Sorry, CNG, about gas, right? To the whole country. That was.
I never almost saw that message, Seth.
That was his first project. Do you understand? Working with these guys, you end up looking like an idiot. The trade-off here is that you just get paid well. And whatever that I'm not going to allege on this podcast. But that's it. Do you think if Ortega goes here, he's going to fare better than Daniel Bwala? Obviously. Ortega is brilliant.
Yeah.
But when Mehdi asks him those questions, how does he want to answer it? How?
Yeah, it will be glaring, nonetheless.
Look at what Anu said. He said, the reason why this man can cross carpet is that Nigerian politicians have no ideology. There's no ideology.
Yeah, there's no ideology
in Nigerian politics. There's no left or right. There's no.
That's one of my favorite parts of the interview.
Yeah. And what could Daniel Bwala say? He couldn't say anything. How do you
respond you were just smiling.
Somebody that denied his own words. That recorded video, like this were recorded. You said it and he denied it.
Let's listen to some of that. Make it not be like say now we just the talk. Because Al Jazeera came on social media and I don't know if it was them, but somebody came and merged those two videos together. And it's, to me, my God, it's one of the most interesting things I've seen.
Tinubu never created a militia. Tinubu is one of the foremost politicians in Nigerian history.
Tinubu and his
has helped in
people
strengthening
created a
democracy.
militia. Who said those words, Daniel?
Tinubu has helped in strengthening democracy in
Tinubu
Nigeria.
and his people created a militia, Daniel. Who said those words?
Tinubu brought in leadership
I'll ask a third
skills
time.
into governance.
Tinubu and his people created a militia. Who said those words?
Tinubu and his people never created the militias. That's
So
the
why
answer.
did you say they did on January 22nd, 2023?
I never said that.
The candidate of All Progressives Congress, Osagie Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his people created a militia. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria we're seeing a political party creating a militant arm leading to election.
Does he have a militia that tried to kill you?
He doesn't have. I never said he tried to kill me.
I myself have received threats from him and his camp. Your words.
I never said that.
There is also this threat to life, and I can tell you that because I myself have received threats from Asiwaju and his camp.
You said it was so corrupt, the 2023 election, Tinubu's win. You said that you couldn't eat food for 3 days.
I never said that. Where?
And legitimate complaints were raised all over Nigeria. That part is what threw me off balance. In fact, I became so sick. For the past 3 days, I found it very hard eating food.
Tinubu is not just super rich. It's what he does with his wealth. In 2019, 2 armored money trucks, bullion vans, were seen going into his house, coming out of his house. Where did that money go?
No. Point. Did you see the money? Or those who reported, did they see money inside the bullion van?
Was there no money in the bullion vans?
How am I to know?
You said it was money in the vans at the time.
I never
2023, February.
But there is only one person in Nigeria who is alleged to have moved money through bullion vans, and that person is on their ballot as the presidential candidate.
On the eve of the presidential elections, 2 cash-laden bullion vans, your words, were seen on the premises, which was ostensibly for vote buying. Your words, January 2022, 2023. Have you just disowned everything you've said in order to work for this president?
I'm coming. What you just said now, I want to put it on record on my own honor. That's not what I said.
He has no honor. He has clearly said it. He has no honor. So what are we
In
looking
the
for
words of Peter Obi, we are finished.
We are finished.
We are finished.
Yeah.
My brothers, we are finished. We are finished.
What's
He's there. He's denying his own words that have been codified.
It's hard-code evidence. Hard-code evidence. It's still like this.
Audio visual. It's in there like this. No be AI. It's there.
Yeah, okay.
I'm even surprised he didn't say it's AI. That
Which
would
I
have
was
been
shocked.
better.
I thought you would have said, "Oh, that was AI manipulation, deepfake." or some stuff.
Because a former governor and a politician who flew a baddie on a private jet, rubbing her legs. When the video of that came out, what did he say?
Baba said
AI.
AI.
And then the
And
baddie
then
came out and said AI. That must be
Yeah.
Allen Iverson because I was there.
He said, "I have more to show you, so you people should go and calm down." You know.
So I'm surprised Bwala didn't say it was AI. I'm surprised. Some days ago, there was a video published of this Daniel Bwala preparing for this interview. I saw that video and I
Preparing
laughed.
how? Preparing how? Was he reading?
Did you see that video?
No, was he reading?
You've not seen that video. Steve, have you seen that video?
I saw it, of course.
I've not seen that video.
With
Was
a
he
bunch
reading?
of young people that you can clearly tell can't question him.
Or been told not to question him?
They were playing Ashake's music in the background and he was having fun and he was feeling like he was God. And you've been brought down. You've
You know
been
the
brought
annoying-
down as
you know
a
the-
mere
you know-
man. And
you know the
to be
funny
here
thing?
for generations. You
So to
failed
know
your
it's there for-
generation. You
it's there
failed
for life.
everybody.
His
You
lineage.
failed.
His lineage.
Failed everybody, my guy.
It's gone. And the shameful thing, and this is what we don't understand as a country, right? When this guy was bringing out facts, he was bringing out numbers, data, percentage, you did not have your own data to back it up. You were just spinning around, and just shows your foolishness at the end of the day. But hey, you're chilling in Aso Rock, you have a nice salary, you're chilling. When the past term is done and dusted, you will pivot into something again because we know
You write a book.
you write a book.
And
My time.
What's Tolu doing now? You write a book, My Time with Tinubu.
8 years in
Yeah.
8 years in the villa with Nigeria's greatest leader. Because he alluded to that
This one
Tinubu
is
is
even
Nigeria's greatest leader
yeah,
or
this one
something.
is even okay. What's his name? Femi Adesina. That one was just a mad dog when he was
That
there,
one
insulting everybody.
No, that one was he was the takeout man.
He was the one
left
that started this whole whaler something, Abi.
Yes, now. Yeah, Willas. He left all the journalistic principle he had
Just
and just
started
went
roaming
amok.
like a madman. That one, just insulting everybody and fighting everybody.
Now he tried to call his now he will not be I beg you.
We're a bunch of what? We're a bunch of jokers, all of us. That's what we are.
Jokers, mediocres. What else again?
We're a bunch
Truth
of
deniers. Truth deniers. Yeah.
Somebody
I
said
don't even
something which is super, which we have to take seriously. At Nigeria's best says, as we mock Daniel Bwala, I just hope the ADC understands that Oyegun, Amechi, El Rufai, and Malami, whom they adore, would also have been destroyed by Mehdi Hasan.
Of
The
course.
hypocrisy of Bwala also extends to those men.
Yes, now. When they in that party before. Yes, no. An opposition that clearly doesn't have any political principle, philosophy, ideology that are standing on. What the ideology is remove Tinubu from power. They've not spoken about education, not spoken about health, terrorism in the country. They've not spoken about it, security.
They've
healthcare.
just anchored everything on Tinubu, remove
It's
Tinubu,
So
and bring us in. So we'll
take our own, our own turn.
We'll
It's
cushion
our own turn.
This week has been me just questioning the average the intelligence of an average person and how powerful narratives can be. Because now that the government or also the president owns virtually everything in the country, including the media, there's no narrative being driven about how poor this leadership has been.
Yeah.
But I want to ask a very important question. What is the difference between what is happening now and what happened during the last years of Jonathan? That it was a hugely popular narrative that this guy should be voted out.
Incompetence.
What's the difference?
The difference is
actually
red media.
It's actually
that's the only difference. There's no red media.
That's
the only thing.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a fantastic one, to be honest.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a fantastic one. So that speaks to how ineffective the opposition has been. Oppositions have been.
Just go and hire Trudy again.
That's
give him more money, and and he said, and I'm back to get rid of what we put in here. Do you understand?
A narrative against Tinubu will be so easy because you don't even have to even do much. You just have to. It's there.
You don't have to do much.
Let me explain to you why. And this is why I don't take any opposition seriously. Like, I love Peter Obi. Don't get me wrong. And I know
as a singular person
on this podcast.
As a singular person, he's fantastic. You cannot even deny him. Yeah.
The point I'm having is that as a billionaire, right? At the level you've reached and all the things you've done, you should start understanding, right? Man, who's calling me? Oh my God. Sorry about that, guys. At the level at which you have risen to, the level, the money you have, the access, and all of that, I would expect him to understand that media narratives are just as important as those donations.
Yeah, he's very naive about it. Very naive.
As those donations you make to hospitals. And I mean, he doesn't do those things for PR anyways.
Yeah, he does it and just goes. Yeah.
He does it because it's philanthropic to do it. He does it because he's investing in people's future. Part of doing all those things also comes with narrative building. Do you understand? People need to know. So the fact that he doesn't own any media outlets, the fact that we don't know he has invested in some that are skewed towards a particular ideology, not him as himself, but a particular ideology, right? To say, okay, we don't want corruption. This media platform, like if I heard that Peter Obi was a big donator of what the Gist guys are doing, it will make sense to me because that's his ideology, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he wants to push into the media, right? I would expect him to run those things because his adversary at this moment You understand? Understands what mean. See, Tinubu is just using. This is
Let me
what
give you.
this is how Abiola would have played out. The same thing.
Let me give you a
It's
story.
just Abiola's
Osagie.
playbook again. Abiola ran Concord newspapers, and was there a
Yes.
radio station or just
No, just
Concord
Concord newspaper. Yeah.
And a newspaper in the 80s and
Is
90s
as
in
powerful.
Nigeria.
Was very powerful and influential.
Do you understand? It's like it's everything, right? So I don't understand how. Look at what the damage Mehdi Hasan has done on media, right?
Mm-hmm.
These were like low hanging fruits that have been here for the last 4 years.
That people have been screaming about.
And that's like you can make these viral moments every single day with every different topic. With look at what Gist does. They just pick on one. They just go to budget and just pick on this one. Okay, let's pick on healthcare. Boom. Do you understand? And they just do whatever. I'm sure they can just feed. Do you know? They can just say, "Oh, healthcare. Download the budget for me. Download expenditure. Everything is
Do
in there, right?"
infographic. Yeah.
Feed it to one of these Claude or GPT and say, "Look at this feature. Look at how badly we've done here. Build up a script that shows this." Do you
Yes.
understand? Like you don't even no headache. Tomorrow they say, "Okay, we're done with healthcare. Okay, let's do education today." Boom. Out of school children. Boom. This. Boom. That. 20,000 schools closed. Boom. They can now tell it, "Oh, we want 3 different topics from education, so we can give them back to back to back." That one is done. Okay, we've done healthcare and education. Which one should we do? Let's do the broken legal system. How they just arrest people and people don't have access to. Scrape the internet for me. Use research mode. Scrape the internet for me. Bring out 10 instances. Give me some facts and figure. Bro, it's so easy. Like
It will be the easiest content creation for any opposition.
Do you understand? And then we just get somebody who can read the script, put someone in there, and it's low budget.
A convincing voice.
They bought those mics on Amazon. Boom, boom, boom is out. That shit is doing damage. Then imagine
on
if
all social media platforms.
Imagine if
24/7.
these adversaries now say, "Okay, this is dope. It's in English. Translate this to 50 languages."
Yes, all the languages.
French,
Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo,
including everything. Let's have a local strategy. Let's have an international strategy. We put this out ourselves. And then you are hitting them, damaging them every single fucking day.
Do you know how I know Peter Obi is bad? Peter Obi does not have an official photographer.
No, that's not possible.
It does not look like someone that has an official photographer.
Do you know what photos do to a presidential campaign?
Do you know what photo was that? Where were we even alive? When did Malcolm X die? Martin Luther King die? Hold on.
70s or 60s, late 60s or early 70s, or mid 70s.
Man died in 1968.
Hell.
If you see the photos of this man now that I'm seeing in black and white, this man had colored photos. But you see those black and white Martin Luther King photos?
He go move you.
They bang.
Look at Obama's presidency.
Somebody who died in 1968 should not be having better photos and more iconic photos than Peter Obi in 2026.
Peter Obi does not have an iconic photo.
Narrative building, guys.
His narrative building is poor. His narrative building can only be, when he was governor, he did not steal money. That can only go so far, my guy.
Steve said this thing.
It has gone. It has even gone so. It has even gone as far.
It has even gone for because you got 6 million votes. Abi, how many million votes?
6 million votes. How many million votes that did he get? Exactly.
You tried.
Steve was right all along.
Look at when Obama.
He said the only reason why we give a damn about this guy is because he's a billionaire.
Yeah,
that's
nobody has questioned. Also, the Nigerian electorate is borderline stupid because nobody has actually sat down Peter B and say, "Okay, now this is security issue. You have no military training. You have no military background. So who are you going to appoint? What is your strategy? And give us a timeline. We know it cannot happen in 4 years."
Has Peter Obi mentioned any strategy around like security in Nigeria? Maybe he has. I'll go and research it.
I've not read his manifesto.
He's also not a very good communicator, to be very honest.
And so if you're not a good communicator, what do? You set all the apparatus and everything to speak
around to come to speak for you, exactly.
Then he has a speaker who's a ex-Nollywood guy who's trying his best, but still, I'm not sold. He's nice. He's nice with it, but I'm not sold. Do you understand?
So I love the guy, but bro, if you want us to take it seriously, you need to be Buhari wore Isiagu in his campaign. And people thought this man was not. They were like, "You see him?"
And everybody had a hard on.
Some people even said that one of his daughters married an Igbo man. That was a lie, bro. Where that lie came from, we don't know. All of a sudden, Buhari was one Nigeria.
Buhari's daughter is not marrying any woman. Buhari will kill himself before that happens.
Buhari. Buhari.
No,
Obasanjo warned us, say this guy does not have the intellectual capacity to build a modern day economy for Nigeria.
OBJ will just be in the corner saying these things. OBJ is like Bernie Sanders. Do you understand? We don't.
Let me tell you something.
We don't just take him seriously.
We hate to love him. We have a love-hate relationship with Obasanjo. But please, most of the time when he's talking from experience.
Bro, I was reading the end of Soldiers of Fortune, right? I'm using a shout out to Coco who sent me Speechify, right? Like
shout out to Coco man, yeah.
And then you can put the book in the app, and then it reads it to you audio. You can use it on your system, you can use it on your phone. It's amazing, right? So I'm using it now, and I threw the book in, then broke it down. And you can pick any voice. There's Snoop Dogg. There are different voices if you want anybody to speak to you. So I was listening to it, and there was a point where during the whole annulment of the elections and the whole thing, right? Obasanjo was one of the people that said this thing is a sham. Again, just there, chilling in the corner.
You knew now.
Why not ready? Let's bring it to the home front, guys. I tweeted something recently around this video. Someone said, "Oh, just wait. A Nigerian media house will soon invite Bwala for damage control. Just wait." I said he'll be on Channels TV with Shehu Okinbaloye.
That was in first. That was in first.
And wait now. And Shehu will look sternly in his face saying, are you sure? Right? Shout out to Boogie Lord who says, Shehu, they constantly mods me. Shehu will say, honorable, people are alleging that you are corrupt and your administration has faced 10 criticisms over the last 6 months in the way public funds have been utilized. Are you surprised by these allegations? What the fuck does that mean?
You surprised now?
How was it not fair to Shehu? Should we start?
You all four people should understand.
Do we start with Channels TV? Should we start with Shehu? Should we start? Do you understand, Steve? You know,
it's not being fair. With your knowledge in the industry, you know what these guys have to, to overcome and the terrain they're playing and how difficult it is for them. You understand. You know this thing.
Nigerian media is broken and there's state capture.
Why is it broken? And why is it broken? Is it the fault of individual journalists?
It is not the fault of individual journalists.
If they kill Shehu today, tomorrow will you go and protest? Will you come out and protest? I just tweeted it. Delegiwa died. What did our parents do?
What your parents cried. I don't think they even did an album for him.
I don't even think they did. There's still no officially as a country. There's nothing we've done to honor the Delegiwa as a country.
It's an open case today. Cold case.
Come on, man. Let's understand where we are playing in now.
Yeah, and some people
the freedom that Mehdi Hasan gets is not the freedom that Shehu gets.
No. Oh, bro, are you joking?
Okay, fine. You just ruined it. Okay, fine.
So I can't see. In short, as a matter of fact, some pockets of the Nigerian media I won't try.
Yeah, but I did say.
Yeah,
I did say. No, at some point they'll stop. But I did say something because someone, and I'm not saying that to discourage this or anything. I'm just saying like you are not really on the radar. When you get on the radar, we know what happens.
When a certain somebody follows you. Yeah. When you see a follow from somebody,
no, that's not even it. The radar is DSS picks you up immediately first. Then you have to start explaining, and then they put some. We've seen this thing happen times and
bro,
time over and over.
Bro, when they don't raise, when you grow up on that IBB and Abacha, you know as they go now.
I did want to just troll Shehu Okinbaloye, but like on a real, someone said again, the Nigerian press is part of the problem. See as one interview exposed flaws, and I quoted that tweet and said, "You have no idea what has been happening to Nigerian journalists covering politics and local news since 2015." Do you understand? We know as someone who's a journalist, someone who worked with journalists covering political and local news and interacting with other journalists and things I've heard. Right now, journalism is not what it is in Nigeria. Okay?
At all. It's dead.
So there are two things they face. They face economic pressure and they face political pressure. Right? Yeah. Economic pressure is in the form that the newsroom is still dependent on advertising. If you go against the grain, the advertisers pull their money from you because you do not want to look as if they are aligned against the government. Okay?
Yeah.
We saw what happened to 234 Next. That was it.
Yeah. Also,
2-3 phone calls, boom. And then there's also So
Yeah.
that's the economic, which leads to the other one. The other one is you just get a phone call saying, stop this nonsense you are doing. Straight, they call the editor, the publisher calls you.
Totally funness. Who did Tolu? What did Tolu? How did Tolu end up? Didn't he go and work with Buhari?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, people.
Yeah. which is also, probably Seun's
Exactly. That's the act too.
Yeah, it's the act. It's going to end up in the next.
No,
it's going to end up. Yeah.
every
If Wike
political
becomes
journalist-
president today, the spokesperson is Seun.
Is
Easy.
Seun.
Yes,
Yes.
easy.
That's his co-host.
Easily.
Bro,
So
in the career arc for every
that's his co-host on Politics Today or Tonight on
I
channel.
might as well just continue.
I
the
might
whole
as
thing
well just
also.
bring him in.
bro, in the career arc of every political journalist in Nigeria, you're ending up in a state house or Aso Rock. If you're playing your
Simple.
cards right.
And you
In
get
the-
some
there
money,
is
you buy
no-
your house.
Bro,
Buy your
there's no-
house in Canada, America, or UK,
And send your kids and family there.
and send your family there. That's all.
Bro, what happened to
Easily.
Nigerian media?
It
What
was-
happened to
it was-
Nigerian media during Abacha's period? They learned sharply that fuck it, we are not doing this thing again. They
No,
know,
no,
like,
no.
bro, we are done.
No,
We are
it-
done.
At least 2 people out of 3 of us here, did we not abandon journalism at some point?
See,
Do you understand? What helps someone like me being critical of, and I wasn't even playing in politics, so what helped someone
Yeah,
like
so-
me being critical of like all of that was my first
Yeah.
phase, right? There are 3 phases I've been in media, right? My first phase coming into it, right? I've just been after being a blogger and being a writer, right? Is that I had the backing of a publisher who didn't give a fuck about anybody in the entertainment industry. So
Yeah.
when people
Back, no
called to
matter
threaten
what.
me, do you understand? When people called to threaten me and I told him, like, who? Give me the phone. And then you call the person and you tell the person of that if he tries it again, the person will be in trouble. Do you understand? And I had that backing. And so I was adventurous and I could go into these spaces and write these stories. Bro, I was breaking
Yeah.
stories that if people found me, they will fuck me up.
Plenty.
Do you understand? Somebody just drops his debut album, is on top of the world, and I break a story that he's impregnated a girl and she's 7 months pregnant, destroying his whole a few months
The
after his
rollout.
rollout.
You destroy the rollout.
Do you understand?
everything.
And then I'm untouched. Or like Ayo can review somebody's album and give it 2/5, and that was the biggest and strongest label in the country. Who can do
And
that
you,
now?
and you will sleep with your 2 eyes closed because you know
Do
where
you
nobody
understand? And the
touching you.
artist
Yeah.
called me on the phone and was on the phone for 30-40 minutes saying that he wants to know where Ayo's location is. I did tell Ayo all these things, and and I said, man, bro, you need to watch your tone. You're talking, don't talk to me like that. And the guy was like, I will call do you understand? That was my first phase. My second phase was, so the first phase was that I had protection from somebody who could, back you up. My second phase was that I moved to a company that had so much money to run everything. I did not need anybody's favor or help.
Yeah.
I did not need to call someone and say, oh, we need to shoot something. I know you work with this person. I can't, Osagie. You critique this person. And No. We had all the equipment. We had all the machinery. We had every single thing.
That's what helped Pulse. The financial backing was mad, fam.
Do you
Just go
understand?
ahead and rock it, man.
Your Africa #1, when I was tackling the shit out of him, wrote to my CEO trying to pressure me to get me fired. Straight. The guy opened. he's a
CEO
white-
forwarded the email to you.
He forwarded the email and say, see what your boys. Do you understand? You go behind because I'm tackling you because you're doing bad at your job. You write the CEO forwards the message to me because he looked at it that last.
Because one is not Nigerian.
Yes.
You know,
So
they
we
also
had-
came up with that angle that, the reason why Pulse is so critical is because they're owned by a white person and white people are using that on agenda to break Nigerian entertainment.
Normal level.
He flew for a while. I said, this one can't go far. Don't worry.
But you are signed to a label that was purchased but was acquired by a white man's company.
Oh, no, everybody go enter now. Everybody
Do
go
you understand?
enter.
So, what are they talking about? Do you understand? We moved from that space now, and now I'm in another space where I can still keep talking because I am not even in your industry again, so I'm not even dependent on.
You're not even a player, so
Half of the time I don't talk is because of Ayo, actually. So that independence comes at its own cost. You have to have money to run that independence. And the only way it can be run like that is that it is run and bankrolled by billionaires who have that protection. From Bloomberg to what's his name? The guy who Jeff Bezos that acquired
Washington Post.
In somehow, some way, you have to be able to have
you're not in
media
New York
platforms
Times.
that
Yeah.
stay independent. I'm not saying these guys don't have the agenda, My point is, can we have platforms that have multiple agendas that go to the left or right? But for every time we critique these political parties of not having any ideology, no left or right, no nothing, these media houses are just the same. What is the agenda of Vanguard newspaper?
Punch had one though.
What was
during Buhari's
Punch's
time.
own?
That
They
they're going to fuck up
tackle-
Buhari.
yeah, they
That
tackle
was
him.
their own. They clearly came out that they will start
Yeah.
addressing him as a military by his military rank.
Yeah.
And no longer as a civilian president.
And I gotta give it to Punch.
Yeah. Punch, he entered their effort.
I think that was
Yeah.
post October 2020. That's
I think
October
so.
20. I think they came out and said, you know what? No, we're not
Yeah.
rocking with this anymore. And that was strong.
We're very bold of them to do that.
But what does your media house stand for? What does it stand for? Everybody has softened. Even the platform we work.
my
even
brother
the
is
platform
money.
we-
Is in Nigeria.
The platform we
Everybody-
worked
it's
for
Nigeria.
before.
It's
right?
money.
They will
The
beat your
platform we
ass.
worked for before. It's softened. It's softened. They frustrated their news editor. He left. He joined the cable. Do you understand? Because everybody they fear.
It's
and
money.
Guess what? And guess what? I'm not mad that you they fear because I understand.
Bro, if they pull up AK-47 for your house,
I understand. Ayo says something. Dele Giwa was letter bombed.
blown up.
Nobody till today
Was
has
there a
been held
protest?
responsible for it.
Was there even a protest? Bro,
So I understand if nobody's going to do anything. I understand. I deal with you. Nobody, I just the rant, but at the end of the day, I understand.
Bro, we did this. We understand.
I understand. In a country that has made Jimoh Ibrahim ambassador. Do you understand? No, because where do you want to start? Okay, as a media platform, you tackle that Daniel Bwala own, you tackle Jimoh Ibrahim, you tackle insecurity,
So much to
you
tackle.
healthcare, bro. At what point, what do you want to do? And nothing is changing.
Yeah, and there are a lot of stories these journalists know about. Investigative stories they know, but they just close their eyes and say, "Bro, let's come on eye for there."
So I understand. I deal with you. We did together. We did.
I think every aspect of Nigerian life has been compromised greatly.
Thank you. Budget
Every
put
aspect.
something out. Budget said out of Nigeria's 36 states, 10 states publish LDA budgets, 6 states publish partial information, 20 states publish nothing at all. The closest government to citizens has the hardest budgets to find. If we can't even see the budget, how can we follow the spending? Budgets that does tracking. They can't even track the local. Do you know how, bro, local government area is the closest to the people. You can't track the budget, so you can't track the spending. What are we talking about?
You know why? Because this current president and the Supreme Court said there should be financial autonomy for local governments. Guess who decided to block it? Nigerian governors said, nope, it's not happening under their watch.
It's there.
That's what
you
we
guys
are.
know, Ahmed Salkida. He's the founder of Human Angle.
Great journalist. Great journalist.
Yeah. He put something out a few days ago. He said, running a newsroom in sub-Saharan Africa has stretched me in ways I never anticipated. Grants disappear without warning. Local advertising or subscription is an extreme sport. Real philanthropy for journalism is almost absent. And when funding appears, it's crowded, competitive, and tilted towards safer, less destructive themes.
Yes.
Or
Climate change.
Disruptive themes. You push for
Climate change.
accountability and government bristle. Corporations shut their doors. Your reporters navigate legal threats, online harassment, and real physical danger. The public value of this work is obvious. The market value is not. Profit has never been the reason to wake up and do this again each morning. What keeps me here is impact. The father who got his land back after we exposed the grab, the detainee who walked free because we could not drop the story, the quiet policy reversals that happened because the facts refused to disappear. Somehow, Human Angle has survived 6 years. That survival is not just ours, it belongs to the communities that trusted us with their pain and who endured the crossfire of violent conflicts across Africa. Today we mark another year. We're still here. A round of applause
Shout out to him. Shout out to
Mr.
FIJ.
Salvida,
Shout out to all the independent news houses, media houses out there. Still fighting
you know
the good
what?
fights.
As you just mentioned FIJ, Ayo, everything I
Mm.
said about Sheung or any journalist not putting their foot back, I take everything back. FIJ put out a series of investigation pieces detailing how porous our borders are and how they are illegally transporting goods
Our
and
custom
wares.
officers are the ones.
You understand?
Yeah.
By bandits in collude with custom officers. They put
Oh,
out this.
yeah.
Only one person got invited by the DSS. The
Yep.
person
And
who
that
put out
was
the story.
who published the story.
Osagie, my boss your brain to show you how bad this country is. FIJ did a story where Sheung, his name is Sheung, right? The head of FIJ. What's his name again? I can't remember.
Fisayo.
Fisayo went to prison by himself. He acted as a convict and exposed the corruption in Nigerian prisons. That if you have money, you might not even stay in prison. Or if you have enough money, you can rent a nice place in prison. Guess who the Nigerian Senate called to come and give to testify about the conditions in prison? Very dark man. That's where I knew that National Assembly is the greatest. Is like the governor of Edo State. That's where his people are. Those where his contemporaries are. All of them are on the same IQ level there. A journalist who would have nearly lost his life in an investigative piece did it, read it, where you people brought a very dark man to the hollow chambers of democracy.
And he
Come on.
was Benin Regalia. That guy is a clown.
He brought his native doctor with him too now. His native doctor was there too.
My guys,
my
guys, if they explain Nigeria to you and you understand, they
the person
didn't explain it well.
The person who drew it, he didn't do a good job.
All right, the last one on Daniel Bwala before we move on, right? Nathan John, of course, he had something to say.
Baba.
At times, I wish Nathan was like a journalist, not just like a writer. Anyways, here's the thing. The reason Daniel is not ashamed to share. Oh, by the way, Daniel went ahead to share the 50-minute video.
Oh, so in his
Twitter
mind,
page.
he did a good job in his
Yes.
mind.
He said, kindly take a listen to the head-to-head interview I had with Mehdi Hasan in London Conway Hall. Like, he went ahead to share the video. Anyways, Nathan says, the reason Daniel is not ashamed to share this train wreck of an interview is that he knows that Nigeria does not reward ethics. It does not reward shame. Nigeria is where shame goes to die. Oh, it does not reward shame. Nigeria is where shame goes to die. Nigeria does not reward morality. The only crime in Nigeria is what, guys?
Being broke.
Thank you. Poverty.
Also.
And so he works for his supper the only way he knows how. This interview will not do anything to dent his already battered image. Just like Tolu Ogunlesi, who you insulted over seedless grapes. Just like Ruby. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. I just remember the seedless grapes.
Please, let's keep it moving, please.
Just like
Ruben. I can't remember that one.
You can't remember the seedless grapes?
Oh,
I remind. I'll share with you. Just like Ruben Abati during Jonathan, these too shall pass, and Nigerians will forget, and we will one day win elections. He will one day win elections in his local government and become a federal representative or senator, or become a well-paid commentator. Daniel, as odious as he is only a mirror of what Nigeria allows. He will be fine, his children will be fine, and he will never lack friends in and outside the government. Very well said.
No lies. 100 facts, man.
There's no pressure
facts.
for him to resign from his role now, be fired now. Nothing.
Bro.
Just bans. Half of the people even bans him. When they see him, they can't even speak to him like that.
Bro,
what
they'll send that open.
Is very brave.
Yeah.
He's very brave.
If Nigerians see Daniel Bwala now open, they'll say, can I send my OP?
Of course.
Yeah,
because when you put people in poverty, when you impoverish people, the only thing they can think with is their stomach, not their head.
That's their immediate need to survive. That's the first need of every human being, to survive.
So it is what it is. It is what it is at the end of the day. Guys, let's keep it moving. Can we?
Yes.
Let's keep it moving.
Yes, please.
On to softer things, please.
On to bigger isn't a softer things.
Before we move forward, I want to say a very big rest in peace to Kola Onifoto. I don't know if you guys know him. I've known him for many years. He's a fantastic photographer. He's a
Yeah.
fantastic photographer who recently picked up
The biker.
riding motorbikes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that.
There's a video he
You
even
know,
put out on the day he was going for a cross states journey, and
Yeah.
sadly he passed away on that trip. And he put out a video that day saying he was going out and everything, put pictures and all of that. But he passed away during that trip in a fatal accident.
Damn.
He's dead now, and a lot of people put out stories, personal stories with him. Of course, send their condolences, and we want to send our condolences here. I followed this guy way back. I've known him for over a decade now. Well, like a decade now, because he was a photographer. He used to work in Navy, then left, and then became a photographer. And I remember him starting out. He used to do a lot of monochrome shots back
Mm.
then. I followed him on Twitter for a long time. I used to see his tweets and all of that. But yeah, sadly, he's passed away. And I just want to say, please, to everybody listening on this podcast, do not ride motorbikes in Nigeria. Please. It is not sensible to go on a motorbike and put your life in the hands of people who ride automobiles but are not certified to do so. If you will not go to a certified doctor, you know what? You actually go to uncertified doctor. So I can't even use that as an analogy. If you will not, what can I? Because Nigeria has every quack of everything that people will swear by their life.
There's quack. There's quack of quack. As far you be quack,
Okay,
but there's a quack version of you.
for the sensible ones listening, if you will not put your hands in the life of somebody who has not been certified to practice in that profession, please do not put your hands in the life of people behind the wheels who have not been certified to drive, who did not go to driving school and were not tested before their licenses were handed over to them. Please do not put your life by going on a motorbike. It's the things we normalize in this country is shocking. I saw one guy saying that he wanted to also, get a motorbike, but the
Then he
guy he
saw the
was always
accident. Yeah.
the guy that he was always following and everything kept putting up RIP to everybody that's driving a motorbike every week on his WhatsApp status. He now said,
It's like I go and choose another hobby.
Do you understand?
I go and learn how to play paddle.
The guy that was teaching him how to get into it, buy the bike and everything, every week you'll be putting up RIP to somebody that was on the bike.
Also, please do not put your lives in the hands of people who collect huge amounts of money to construct roads, but do not construct these roads well. Because you people are not driving on Formula One track, so I hope you know. The roads are bad. We are begging you to know. There are less extreme sports for you to use as a hobby in Nigeria. Please, we are not in Germany. We are not in the same country where people know the value of life and ensure things are done properly. So please, I beg. Even car where people they drive for Ibadan Expressway, they still get accidents. Talk less of a motorbike.
Did we talk about the attack on Peter Obi and ADC members in Edo State? We're not here last week.
Yes.
Yeah?
No, we didn't talk about it. I didn't
Somebody
even follow
died.
that story properly.
Somebody died during that whole melee, right?
I didn't follow it very well. I didn't even know what happened, like in detail.
Bro, I think first of all, I think the story should be bigger than what it is.
Bro, it's Nigeria.
It's not declared to run for president, so it's not like a presidential aspirant get almost being killed.
Everybody knows he's running.
But he hasn't formally declared.
I also think there wasn't that much of a media outreach to the story, because this should have run for like a week. But
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Anyways, Foundation for Investigative Journalism (FIJ) put out a quick a feature right inside a DSS. They are reporting that the DSS had private knowledge of the attack on Peter Obi and ADC members in Edo State. Sources who attended Tuesday's meeting of the African Democratic Congress (ADC) in Edo State have told FIG that the Department of State Services, the DSS, was aware of the impending attacks before they occurred. The party met at its secretariat in Benin City before attendees proceeded to the house of ADC chieftain John Oyegun, in attendance with Peter Obi, the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate. While at Oyegun's house in GRA, armed men arrived in a Toyota Sienna and on motorcycles and opened fire on the premises. Then they faced resistance from the DSS officials attached to Obi. Giving a first-hand account of the incident, an ADC member who spoke with FIJ on condition of anonymity said he was in the secretariat when Shedrack Udugwai, another member of the party, got up to leave. The event was still ongoing and it was about 3 p.m., but word was filtering in that the DSS had sent a warning about an attack on the secretariat. This source told FIJ. There was no announcement, but people gradually left and began making way to Oyegun's house. Soon after, we heard again that the attack had happened. Thugs showed up, scattered the shops of the people, shot at people, and left them in critical condition. Udugbai would later post videos of the incident on his Facebook page. While we were there, bullets began raining in Oyegun's house, where we just left, the source confirmed. He's a simple man, so he has just one security official at his gate. When the thugs were shooting, DSS officials who were with Obi had to return fire to chase them away. We returned to the house and found that the thugs had been chased away. They shot with pump-action guns and assault rifles. Even the DSS vehicle took a hit, but they did not allow anyone to film it. This source described the assailants as guns for hire who were known to several people in the state and could be employed by any party. They, however, claimed the thugs were not expecting to meet any resistance at Oyegun's house. We don't know who hired them yet, but the APC has used internal issues in the party as an excuse to shift blame, they added. The issues we had over the grievances of Roland Ovie has been resolved a day earlier, so there was no way it would have come down to gunplay. Governor Monday Okpebholo and the APC have since distanced themselves from the attack. FIJ called the DSS on Wednesday, but the official number was switched off. Enno Ikodiem, spokesperson for the police in Edo State, answered FIJ's call on Wednesday. She said that the police were still investigating and will share any leads when they got them. Yeah, right. But yeah.
Isn't it the second time that Obi is having some kind of issue in Edo State? Because I remember one time when he was campaigning, they said they didn't give him the approval to campaign in the state or something like that.
And then,
Yeah,
then
he came
the
to the
governor
state
warned
and the
him
governor
to
threatened
never,
him.
Yeah, threatened
Yeah.
him. And then if he ever comes back, anything where you see, make it collect him.
Make it
Fafo.
collect, yeah.
Fafo.
Do you understand?
That's crazy. Yo.
Yeah.
A major presidential candidate and former governor.
No investigation, no nothing. Everybody knows everybody knows what they are doing.
I said delegate case is still open. I'm sure some of the files don't reach one point.
Kudirat Abiola was killed.
Broad daylight from. Come on, are we joking?
Kudirat's own is okay. We understand that it was during the, the presidency or when like Abacha was head of
The
state,
darkest
right?
times. The darkest
times
yes.
in but not in a so-called democracy or in a
But
civilian.
you know what? I thought about
government.
this yesterday, bro. We are sinking fast into familiar territories.
Yeah, it is.
Because
It is
this
very,
state capture,
very-
this state capture is
It's the same, almost the same thing. Yeah.
I've never seen.
It's worse. What are we
I've
talking
never
about?
seen state capture absolute as it is right now. There is nothing that moves
Bro, a
independently
church
anymore.
named renamed
Not a church, a Christian organization.
sorry,
It
Christian
can.
organization. I say a church. A Christian organization renamed a building.
Which can sorry, Christian Association of Nigeria.
Yes,
The
renamed
apex body.
renamed
the
a
apex
building.
body.
Yes, the
of
apex.
Christians.
Yes, renamed a building after the president. Is it after the president or the president's wife? Which one?
The first lady.
Name,
Yeah, 'cause the
renamed
first
the
lady is a
building
Christian.
after the first lady.
Oh, sorry. Speaking
Bro,
about the
this
first lady.
this is like the Roman
Not after
times.
not after a big pastor in Nigeria. Not after Bishop Oyedepo, not Adeboye. Not nobody deserves it.
No, not after the Alpha, the Imam who saved Christians during an attack in the north, who
Exactly.
recently passed
Not
away
after
from
those
old
ones.
age.
No, it's
They
after
didn't know.
it's after our first lady.
Speaking of the first lady, the first lady said that Yoruba people are not part of Delta State. So I'm telling Steve that we are pulling
Wait,
I watched.
what?
She went to Delta State because she's from that place. apparently. Right.
Okay.
She now said in Delta State too, we are plenty here. You can find the Yorubos, the Shekiris. She now said Yoruba too. I said, well, duh. See, we are now officially brothers. It's nice now.
There's a village that's like 30 minutes away from my village
Mm-hmm.
that speaks something like that speaks Yoruba, basically.
Bro, I won't
I
lie.
told you this thing before.
Bro, I won't lie. When I was watching that ceremony, many of the awards were sounding like Yoruba awards, and they had the same
Yeah.
meaning. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, this is, I don't know what's happening here,
It
but
is.
it's cool,
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyway, what's next on the docket, please?
It's actually
I'm
insane
frustrated,
that
actually.
it's actually insane, and it's not just that Peter Obi attack. Oh. You know, they burnt the office of the ADC in Port Harcourt in Rivers State.
Oh, Rivers.
Just like a few minutes before Rotimi
Yeah.
Amechi was to visit the office.
I'm surprised
They burnt
ADC
it to the ground.
I'm surprised ADC is trying everything in reverse. It's like, it's like bro, even me, while you political novice, I know some states that will not fuck around it. You know, there's a trifecta. There's Edo.
It might be funny, but it's sad. It's
sad,
just
actually.
sad. And Osagie, that reminds me, you're talking about the state capture. And I think the most frustrating thing for me is that this state is being captured on something that's not beneficial to the country.
It's not ideal. It's not
Is
based on
captured on
ideal.
self-greed.
Yeah. Self-interest.
Because self-greed and self-interest, because the reason why these governors or every other prominent politician are flocking to APC is because of what they are going to benefit from it personally.
Yeah.
The governor of Delta State was not thinking about me before he
There's no agenda.
becomes-
There's no.
There's nothing.
I'm
He
doing it for
wasn't
my
thinking
people.
about any
The
ordinary
people of
Deltans.
Delta are going to be the prime
Benefiting
people
from
of
the
Nigeria.
center.
We are going to take over the neighboring states. Like Edo State is going to become Delta State. Where
Do you get, like,
there's
nothing?
there's no
It's
shared
just-
agenda. It's
Yeah,
just a
there's
bunch
no
of
grand
corrupt
agenda.
people and
Yeah.
other people
Hey.
trying to get into the system to be corrupt, so they can just
Yeah.
secure their
Yeah.
own
See,
immediate
what we
future.
have in Nigeria are political gangs. Some gangs got it, some gangs don't got it. So they have to fight.
And that's
It's
why
blood and
they
cream.
cross carpets.
So
They cross
the
carpets.
Delta State
Yeah.
one was so funny, right? That a week after the campaign, after like the governor and the whole political structure of Delta State moved to APC, the headquarters of the PDP became the headquarters of the APC.
Now to change logo now. Why would they move? Why are we moving house? You know how much rent is?
Wait, they just decamped and changed the
They just
banner in
changed
front.
the
Same
And
address.
banners.
and informed the advertising body in the state that see we've changed banner.
At least move to
We're not
another.
even, we're not even
move to
renewing,
another
we're not
address.
renewing the billboard outside because it's still the
No.
same
At
client.
least, at
Is
least
it
move
the same
to another address.
The only thing they have to change really is just the letterhead in the office. It's no more PDP. They have to move out to APC now. That's the only
And-
letterhead. Like, how much letterhead? I mean,
And they don't even do
Same
they
stuff.
Don't do that. And everything is just they just go to Photoshop
So this
and
is-
change the logo.
so this is what accused me, right? So you're telling me in that PDP headquarters now, the staff that works there, they've automatically become APC like that.
Everybody is APC.
The ideology just changed immediately. It's new ideology.
Do you know how that sounds? Imagine
Because
if
the ideology is just to get in there power.
imagine
the
the Republican HQ, the headquarters of the Republican Party in America, wake up and say we are Democratic Party today, and everybody lies. No, Nigerian democracy is adulterated. Well, like
We're done. We're done. We're done.
we are
Done.
cooked,
Done.
This state capture is beautiful. Like what Steve was saying, someone like China now that owns every instrument of the state, you know where China is
can-
going to.
Yes.
We want to be a
There's
world power. We want to
direction.
become a super
We know what they're
nation.
doing. Yeah.
We do not
Nothing.
have. If you are
We don't
capturing
even know
the
what we're
states,
doing.
if you are capturing the states for my benefit, Baba capture and they go. But you're not even
Or more
capturing
capture
for
and they go.
me. But for me, no, you people don't care about me. Like.
That's
At the end of the day.
That's why I said, on my timeline last week, people were saying, well, this capitalism, whatever. We have communism might just be the solution. Yes.
No, those ones don't have sense. I'm sorry, they don't.
I say, who is pushing this one again? Who is
Osagie, the
Bro.
funny that screenshot that you sent was the funniest thing I saw last week.
Which one?
The guy asked this a simple question: why did people from East Germany move to West Germany? Simple
that
question.
one- that one
The guy
was
said,
hilarious.
that one said, like, what's
Let me read
the
it.
what's the
Let me
connection
read it.
here?
Let me read it.
He said, "What's the connection?" It's
Let me
over.
read it. It's too. That one was too good.
Before you find it,
This
before you
is
find it,
hilarious.
The guy's name is Emperor Jago.
hilarious.
Emperor Jago says communism is the only way this country can ever grow because
Let's go.
America hates communism. They use media to also spread their fear and hatred for it to us because forgetting that communism lifted 800 million people out of poverty.
Which country was that?
Somebody now quoted it and said, when the Berlin Wall fell, which side ran to the other?
Everywhere.
Was it East Germany that ran to West Germany or West Germany? Who ran? Do you
people that
understand?
people that don't have context of history. What
Mhm.
happened to Germany was after the World War, because Germany was obviously the bad guy, they decided to split Germany.
Right.
America
Russia
said we are
took one
taking
side.
America said we are taking West. And this was a test of capitalism and communism. And Russia took East. My bro, the reason why Berlin Wall fell was because East Germany, they say, oh, we are suffering here, please. We are coming together as one. Bro, the USSR fell. Do you know what the USSR is?
The people don't understand
That was
what
a
this
continent.
is.
Bro, a continent fell because communism could no longer hold. Even China,
People-
the communism they are doing right now is very, very, it has a lot of
Bro,
capitalism in
its economic system is just a is a mix of communism and capitalism. In short, the communism is just like for like governments. I would say from just the government side, but economically, still is like almost like a capitalist, state.
Yeah.
You know,
They
and
just have
it's
a lot
just
of
fun. It's just so
oversights.
funny that anytime people want to talk about like the success of communism, it's only China that they mention.
Nah, it's China.
Bro,
It's China.
bro, there was the father
China,
of
China.
bro, the father of Chinese communism was Chairman Mao, led his country into one of the biggest famines ever because of communism. They will never read that one.
You will just be saying nonsense.
You just
go and
you
read-
just
you go and
you
read
gotta
one
woke
the yellow book and just start saying
and
nonsense.
and
You
the
go and read
and
Rich Dad Poor Dad and be saying nonsense.
and that guy, the person that
Wait,
tweeted
let me
about
even- let me
that
even finish.
communism,
Let me
he's a
even finish.
Pan-Africanist.
Yes,
Osagie,
of
is he a
course.
Pan-Africanist?
Yeah, he must be.
He must be
He must be a
Pan-Africanist. Not them now.
An anti-colonial.
You know they passed them.
Anti-colonial people.
So when
And-
the guy asked,
Anti-colonialism.
yeah, he said, say no to new colonialism.
Neocolonialism.
When the guy asked, when the Berlin Wall fell, which side ran to the other? Like, I want you to, ask him. That one now replied, Mr. Communism now replied, I don't even understand how this correlates with the argument of either communism or capitalism is best for Africa. The guy now, the other guy now replied and said, you don't even know your history.
You
Then
don't even know what
Emperor-
you're fighting
then
for.
Emperor Jago now asked the most important question. He said, how did Benin Wall turn to Berlin Wall? Now there I can't do the screenshot. Now there I do the screenshot.
Wait.
Say, I must not
How
be the
did-
only one that laughs at this thing. I
How
said
did
it to
Benin
people.
Wall become
Yes.
Berlin Wall? What's it concerned?
Because it's all Berlin Wall, but he's Benin Wall. You know, we
Nah,
have to
Benin
local-
Wall, I
eh,
did
we have to
You have to-
localize everything.
No.
This
no,
one that
no.
has
See,
smoked Igbo, that does not.
and these people that are talking don't know that Nigeria has tried socialism for decades, man, nigga. It no work.
be
Don't
arguing,
work.
be arguing with people that are using their last data ring road to be arguing with you.
Wait, do they know that when there's communism, there's a certain level of economic enrichment you can have personally?
People don't
Do you know?
But like, on the flip side, when people like this talk, I've said it before, is because they are looking, they've looked for everything.
Yeah, they don't look everywhere.
Do you understand? You don't get one kind, you don't see person will get one kind of illness. We don't go everywhere.
Oh,
That is
man.
not trying the weirdest things. You don't see the person walking backwards.
Right.
Because that's the last advice they gave him, that if you try,
Or you should rub urine on himself.
do you understand?
He like China.
My dad was diabetic. He had one of his aunties, proper southwestern, lived in Surulere. She would
Ebo
bring
Trado.
all the type of agbo. So I don't
Ebo
worry,
Trado.
Brahmi, this one. Do you understand? Because that's how she can. So this guy is living in multi-dimensional poverty.
He don't look and say which
There's
way
nothing he has
forward.
not done. Yeah, this capitalism that he so hates now, he has tried it with all his money. He tried. Do you understand? It didn't work. So he said, okay, I've tried capitalism, it's not working. Make I test inside this communism. China. Do you understand? You are not ready. Communism with corruption. you are not ready.
Communism in
Bro,
Nigeria.
Communism with corruption in Nigeria.
Just imagine
This one-
communism in Nigeria.
This one that
It's
you're going
good,
to
bro.
supermarket. This one that you're going to supermarket to go and buy stuff. Bro, you will land on the queue. They will ration food for you. you will know what life is.
Communism with corruption is crazy, bro. At least capitalism with corruption is bad.
It's one man for himself.
People
You
can
can
find
make
it.
it.
Someone for himself. Yeah.
Corruption in communism, bro. Now only government. You not even see anything at all. You're living on minimum wage, my guy.
It will be the ultimate dream of Nigerian politicians.
No,
the only reason why they've not pushed for it, to be honest, is because the US will frown on it.
Of course not.
They can't allow. They can't allow a country like Nigeria and
It's
Africa.
our Western daddies. Our Western daddies.
Look at what they did to Cuba.
Ideally,
look how they
that's
did
what
to
they
Cuba now.
want.
Yeah, look at what they did to Cuba now. Say, communism as our backyard. Are you mad?
Ideally, that's what they would like.
Destroy the whole economy for them.
Oh man, too many things going crazy. Too many things, man. All right, man, guys. Where do we go? Let's talk about Showmax being cancelled. Should we talk about that?
Yeah.
Isn't that a larger context? Larger anything.
That's the larger one, Sha. That's the larger one. So
but we can use that one to enter. Sha.
We can use that one to start, Abby.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Showmax, baby. I mean,
Showmax. I bet there are a lot of shows. There are a lot of shows on Showmax that I didn't know that a lot of Nigerians like to watch.
All the HBO shows. My guy was
That was HBO shows on Showmax. Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I need a lot of those reality shows
A
too.
Night
On HBO Max.
A Night of Seven Kingdoms, everything, they were all on Showmax.
Oh,
because we were working with NBC Universal, so they just
so it was
pipeline
aligned
all
with
those
everything.
shows. Yeah, if you go, I was when I was in October when I went to my guy's place, he just showed me like a Showmax. It was not the Showmax I knew. It's not the Showmax that like you remember, Ayo.
Yeah.
No, they did a relaunch now. Showmax 2.0. They did a big relaunch. They spent a lot of money on it.
New UI.
That's when they brought Premier League to it now, Abi. That's when they added Premier League games.
They brought Premier League. Yeah, that's what I was using before. Yeah, when I first came here. Yeah.
All the HBO shows, you could find it there. Like it was really good.
Kanafran said we ain't got that money, bro.
Okay, so let's read the news report. This is from Tech Kabar. Canal Plus will shut down Showmax, the African streaming platform run by its newly acquired subsidiary MultiChoice Group, ending an 11-year experiment that once represented the country's strongest attempt to challenge global streaming rivals. The decision taken by the Showmax board and communicated to subscribers on Thursday is part of an efficiency drive following the $3 billion takeover of MultiChoice by French broadcaster Canal Plus. The streaming service will now wound down in the coming months, although the company has provided a final closure date as legal processes tied to the acquisition continue to be finalized.
And this was coming in a week when people were talking about investments in a certain genre of music in Nigeria. Wonderful.
Yes. Before you go in there, just to mention this, in early 2024, MultiChoice partnered with NBC Universal, a subsidiary of Comcast, to relaunch Showmax using the technology that powers the American streaming platform, Peacock. The partners injected $309 million in new equity, hoping improved technology and a bigger pipeline of original content will accelerate subscriber growth. Now, it's also important to note that Showmax was not just in Nigeria. A number of African countries as well. Obviously MultiChoice, South African pay TV operator, also in Sub-Saharan Africa, a lot of other places. So this is more of a Sub-Saharan conversation, right? But you cannot deny that in the build-up to rebranding Showmax, right, making it Showmax 2.0, that they would have again looked at those big, sexy Nigerian numbers.
Ooh, 250 miller.
You know how we do it in those. You know how we do it. Our founders listening. You know how people do it in your pitch decks now. You know,
lingo.
We have
200 million.
We have such a big,
an untapped market.
An untapped market here. We're trying to see how we can then increase our total available market. Increase the TAM. Blah blah blah. And you find out that 3/4 of the 200 million people cannot even
IDH.
do you understand? Cannot even do shit. So you're injecting $309 million, which is a big play into the market, right? Thinking you
that's Africa or Nigeria?
No, of course, Africa.
Africa.
To the partner to rebrand the whole Showmax thing, the partnering with the NBC Universal and all of that. You should have just gone to ask. And I know you guys, multi-choice, like you're the big boys in Africa. But in terms of like a show, putting a paywall behind it, you should have just gone to ask the people that had been in the corner, that had been trying to
They're doing
crack
it.
the market.
Iroko and the rest.
Well, Iroko is one thing. I'm even saying from a big point to a
Netflix.
small point. Netflix, because Iroko's model was a bit different.
You know the problem.
You
You know the
ask
problem. is-
Netflix and Prime Video, who you can't even call the African market or the Nigerian market lost leaders because you're not even leading. You're a
Yes.
lost follower. Do you understand?
No, but they had more. They had more subscribers than Netflix in Nigeria.
Because they were able to funnel some of those subscribers from like the
Yeah,
multi-choice
From
channels,
the
right?
multi-choice
because
channels,
when they
yeah.
started funneling them for multi-choice, yes, but initially,
But there's a bigger context to this shutdown, though. Shout out to not a deep dive.
Yeah, shout out to
Muyiwa.
Muyiwa. Yeah, I was going there, but go
Muyiwa
ahead, yeah.
did a deep dive, and what I understood from like what it is that Canal Plus, because now they're the dominant like owners of the multi-choice franchise,
brand,
the
yeah,
multi-choice company, and after reviewing all their business units,
which is normal when you
they-
acquire a business.
Yeah, they decided to shut down Showmax because of because it clashes with their own. They have like a streaming channel platform themselves, Canal Plus.
Yes, no, that's
Right?
like one of the reasons
It's
why
called
they acquired Iroko.
My Canal, right? And My Canal is kind of like an aggregator platform where from My Canal is a one interface where you can access Netflix, Disney, Paramount Plus, and stuff like that. That's the model of their own streaming platform. It's not a standalone. It's not a standalone streaming platform. It's a streaming platform that aggregates other streaming platform. So if they have it already,
And then something
Why-
is failing on the side.
and something is failing on the side, let's put it the way it is,
Bro,
you
the
know?
investment bankers are looking at you funny, like, bro.
Exactly. So sure,
You have to let
it
the
was
dead weight-
inevitable.
You have to
Because
let the dead
Showmax
weight
is Showmax became redundant already in the model that they have. Is a loss maker already. Is also redundant because of the idea of a streaming platform that they have. So they decided to just share it and say, you know what, let's go with what we have.
I want to say something. You know who wins in all this, and that's this organization has not spent the amount of money Showmax, Netflix has put into the Nigerian market. It's
Who?
actually YouTube. YouTube is guzzling. Do you know how many Nigerian dramas are on
It's true,
YouTube?
Sha.
Like,
It's
and YouTube is just like, we are here for you, Africa.
But
We
that's
know
just
you
like that's just local
Yeah, I'm
content,
just-
but not
yeah, I'm
vast
just- yeah,
content. But
yeah,
I
I'm just
understand the
joking.
guys in
Yeah, I'm
YouTube
just-
will be like, okay. I mean, the guys in YouTube after this is happening now, they are having a meeting and saying, what do we do? How do we?
What do we do? Yeah,
how do we
get
leverage all
in?
this? And I know that
some
they've
of
been
these audiences and
they've been speaking to Nollywood a lot and a lot of black creators within the space. So
I just want to take it back to what Steve said with Canal Plus not keeping Showmax. You know, you are right here. Canal Plus is not a standalone streaming platform and has never been one. Understanding this is key to understanding why Showmax shut down wasn't a reaction to
Yep.
bad results. It was baked
Yeah.
into Canal's Plus's business model from the beginning.
Yeah.
So by 2019, Canal Plus had bundled Netflix into French
Smart
subscription
business.
tiers. You know, by 2020, Disney Plus was included in their Sign series subscribers on launch day. Paramount
Yeah.
Plus and Max followed. Apple TV came in 2023.
they have
Bro,
everything. So what's the point? Yeah.
So the question now is: are we now going to see My Canal launch in Nigeria?
And fund or invest in the production of Nigerian films. That's Wait, they
Let's
don't-
see. I'm
no,
in terms of investing.
wait.
I don't see.
No,
it,
because they're aggregator apps, right? So they're not investing; they're just pulling from other places. Okay, I get.
You will still eventually invest because you want to build local content. You see that.
Oh, for real?
No, you will still see the way it works, right? You come into a
Yeah.
market, right? You come into a market. You want to sell certain things to the markets, but you are basically the aggregating platform that sells these things.
Yeah.
What then starts to happen is when you don't have a flurry of this or a flush of these things, what do you want to do? You have to either
create.
create it yourself or fund people to create it.
Create it
I'll
for-
give
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
I'll give you an example. You have some stores, you have a very popular store here in Netherlands called Albertine, right? It's like your ShopRite of like Nigeria, right? But like it's
Yeah.
a premier store. They own they own the store, so to say, right? And it's
Yeah.
a grocery chain, right? That's what they do. They pick up people, of course, like manufacturers send their products to them to sell. And so they do that. But you know what they do on the side? They
Oh.
also manufacture products themselves
Okay.
that mirror the products that manufacturers send to
Factor
them.
ourselves, yeah.
Yes.
So if you have a cleaning product that Persil creates, they have their own cleaning
No
product,
brand
which
of it.
is cheaper and
Yes.
placed beside that product on the store shelf.
Yeah, it will have like prominent display.
Do you
Okay, I
understand?
get what you're
So
saying.
for every time Ariel or Persil has like washing machine soap, right? Laundry soap, they have their own version as well and their own logo and everything. So it's the same thing that will have to happen when you come into the market. You can take all the international content and start to buy some of the local content, but at some point you are going to either shoot your own
Invest.
content or invest in it
Yeah.
in a way that
Or-
you own that content or you license that content for a very long time,
Very
even
long
though you
time.
are not the primary owner.
Oh no, yeah.
So I think that will have to happen. It's just like people like Prime and Netflix saw it and they saw that there was no point to it. Now you can go into
Yeah.
the details of people were chopping the money, or the
No, me, I've
quality
even
of
looked
what
at
they
the
were,
large. I've even looked at
quality
the
of
larger
what they were
context.
producing was not great enough, or the stories were not just grand enough.
Oh.
You understand?
I think
That's
it's,
there
it's
as well.
I think it's the multiple factors actually. Like we've said on this podcast a million times, bro. If you are struggling to eat and survive, I don't think you subscribing to any of these streamers is going to be at the top of your list. Let's be honest. Nigerians have gotten poorer over the years, and I don't see how more Nigerians will say they want to take their hard-earned naira to come and subscribe to your beautiful platform, despite the great movies you have at the end of the day.
It's great that you mentioned that, Ayo, but the problem I have is anytime we're having these discussions online, I don't see this point as the primary point as to why all
You know
of this
why?
is happening.
You know
We
why?
always scuttle away from it. So whether Jade Osiberu is saying something or some other people are saying something, they keep dancing around that thing and not pinpointing. There's
You
just
know why,
one thing to
Osagie?
pinpoint around. Sorry, there's
Yeah.
just one thing to pinpoint around. The economy is bad. People earn less. People have been plunged
It's fundamentally
into,
bad.
into poverty, and that is why this shit isn't working.
You can't
not
say
working.
it because you are
Everybody
saying
just
it.
keeps
You are
dancing around
no.
that
You
point.
can't say it because you're saying it. You are
You're putting sand in
taking
their garri.
away. You are putting sand in the garage, maybe from a
You're putting
future
sand in the
investor
garri,
or something like
yeah.
that. You have to be optimistic. That's how it is.
Osagie
Osagie, that's how
now.
you play the game.
Because
you have to be
if they're gonna search,
optimistic.
if they search Twitter now,
You know,
they
you
see
have
your
to be
tweets,
there,
they'll not be
optimistic,
like, you
and
see,
you have and the optimism, that optimism, you have to also have to know how to express it. Even if you don't even believe in it, you express it in a way that because we are building the future of this country is great, our demography
bright,
is so
it's
young,
bright.
we're going to take over, stuff like that. Like those are the languages that you use,
You
and
know
you
the
get
funny
your
thing?
funding, get your money, and go.
You know the funny
That's
thing,
it.
Steve? You know the funny thing about this conversation about one, Nigeria, we are deniers. We don't want to say how bad things are, right? Two, it's not as if the economy is just having a small recession that will rebound in 2 years. It's not that's not what is happening. Bro, Nigeria's economy is fundamentally bad. That no matter what we try to build on top of it, right? It will end up crashing.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. And that is why we
It's not
keep going back to home videos, which are now the YouTube videos.
That's YouTube now.
The reason why Nollywood started was because the cinemas crashed in the 80s due to the bad economy, right?
Economy of the country. Yeah.
Obasanjo came back, small feel good time. There was enough money. We were going to the cinemas. We were shooting big movies. You know, Genevieve got a huge money from Netflix, shot Lionheart and everything. It was looking cozy. We didn't know that this bastard was coming for 8 years. That finally the small economy way they manage, it go come kill him totally, chop him.
I remember that Jonathan time. Nollywood people they go out so rock every week.
Yes, now they collect money. There was cheese.
Jonathan loved Nollywood people. He just
I think he knew their power to like if this person talk for me, it's going to go far than any Daniel Bwala.
He also loved Timmy Dakolo. Small thing, any Nigerian Timmy Dakolo don't reach there. We got star. Why would you shut up and get the fuck out of here?
I don't blame Timmy. Timmy, you don't make money. Just go ahead, enjoy.
Speaking about Nollywood, before we go into Afrobeats and all that, speaking about Nollywood, right? Shout out to the guys at Afro Critic. There's a guy called Joseph Jonathan, a writer. He put out this very amazing story. I'm going to tweet it as well, right? You guys can check it out. Afro Critic is AFROCRITIK.com.
Yes, sir.
The title is Why Nollywood Has Stars But No Movie Stars. It's a
Is this guy in our
brilliant.
group? Is this the guy in our group?
No, it's not in our group because we had this
Okay.
conversation as well, right?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah. It says his headline, like the leading line is the question is not whether Nollywood can build a star system, it's whether it wants to. And then it goes, it's a long read, right? You guys, I read it, amazing, but I'm going to highlight like some of the points he mentioned.
Points, yeah.
He talked about the speed problem, right? Industry runs on volume. A lead actor might shoot 15, 20, sometimes 30 projects in a single year. They move from set to set, genre to genre, playing a betrayed wife on Monday, a corporate executive on Wednesday, a village
Yeah.
priestess on Friday. The roles
Range.
The roles is a range.
You can't soak in the character properly.
I'm
and
fucking
deliver.
here, Steve. Steve said range.
Well, like, Steve is going to end up as a government spokesman.
Yeah, it's Daniel, it's Steve Bwala. That's him right there. Steve Bwala. You understand? They said the roles blur, the characters become interchangeable, the actor is everywhere and therefore nowhere. Right? That's the first one he talked about. Second one is producer dominated logic. Nollywood's second structural problem is who wants to control the industry. This is not a star system, it's a producer system, and producer driven models are fundamentally incompatible with star mythology. Right?
Yeah.
Moabudu doesn't like you. Fuck it. You're not.
You're not.
And you know where this started? You know where this problem started from?
When?
Towards the end of that home video run, when the marketers were the ones dictating to directors who they wanted.
Yeah.
In their movie.
The marketers ran the business. They were the
They
mafia.
ran the business.
The first one. They are the ones that banned the G10. I the G.
Yes. Now, not this new Nollywood has inherited it.
Yes.
And we are seeing producers having more clout than the people that actually acted the film, not the director.
If Nollywood's Maleficent doesn't like you, you're not featuring in it. That's the second
problem.
One. The third one, typecasting without iconography. This one is very interesting, right? Nollywood has typecasting, it does not have iconography, and the difference is everything. Typecasting is functional. An actor is repeatedly cast in similar roles because they reliably deliver a tonal or moral effect. The good woman, think is Ngozi Ezionu. My daughter,
the bad mother-in-law,
my son. No, she's not bad. She's
President Zoko.
Yeah, President Zoko is a bad woman, right? Ngozi Ezionu is the placid,
good,
no opinion, take
no
everything
frills.
as it is. Do you understand?
Life easy goes, easy does it.
Do you understand? Now, iconography is mythic. It's unrepeatable. It's the unrepeatable signature, a way of moving, speaking, inhabiting space that becomes inseparable from the star's persona. Think Jason Statham.
Bankable.
Do you understand?
Bankable,
it's different. It's different. There's Clint Eastwood. It said Clint Eastwood squints, slow burn rage, and moral practicism weren't just repeated roles. They were a philosophy communicated through gestures. Meryl Streep's transformative precision, her ability to disappear in cool characters while somehow remaining unmistakably Streep, is iconographic. And then he goes into details as well. There's that. He also talks about another very important one, social media and the collapse of distance. Classical stardom required distance, not physical distance, though that helped, but mythological distance. You can already understand.
That one is a global, but Hollywood is even suffering it right now. So
yeah. Then of course he mentions morality, oblivions, and limit of myth. That's another. Then also proffers some solutions. So brilliant article again, long read.
I've thought about Nollywood's
at least maybe 3,000, 4,000 words.
Shout out to him.
But his Twitter handle is Chukwu2big, CHUKWU, the figure number 2, and then BIG. I'm going to give him a follow now. Shout out to Afrocritic as well. I just want to give a big shout out to them. They put out a report, but I'll talk about that next week. Yeah, good work, like really good work. One of my most interesting platforms now. Shout out to them. Yes, you were saying.
The problem with Nollywood, they're summarizing it. We don't purchase excellence in anything we do. And Nollywood is not in isolation. So that's crept up there, and this is what we are seeing at the end of the day.
Yeah, right. And we just have a very large audience of 2 people that take everything.
Yes. Because
large audience of 2 people that take everything. It's a problem. And
we don't question things.
Yeah, it's now being propagated on social media and has this viral effect on people. And then you have a bunch of, let me explain to you why young people need to be guided. Let me explain to you why TV had programming, radio had programming,
Yes, it was
media
called
had
programming. Literally
Because you
programming.
have to program young people. If not, they go and take the wrong things and become crazy in the society.
And it now hard is now becomes that persona, and it's hard for them to remove themselves from
Do you
that persona.
understand? What is happening when we have conversations on social media is a bunch of people who have been well guided and programmed and understand a lot of nuance, with a bunch of young people who are just coming into that foray with
Who
no
are allowed,
guidance.
who are just allowed to follow, just roam wild. And bro,
I'm going to play a video of a guy who put out this post and was double downing and arguing on this post. I don't know if he's the one in the video, but he posted this video.
Is this a
and
Nigerian
says-
video?
Yes, of course. It says Nigerian man raises awareness about gay inclusion in children's school books. You're going to laugh halfway into this video.
Are you seeing how they are turning our 3-year and 4-year-old children to homosexuals? Are you seeing it? When I did that video about the Igbos and every other person felt now about the Igbos. But you see, injustice to one is injustice to everybody. What happened to me today? Now time and chance before it happened to you. This is it. The Queen's primer that we used to read was about I go up, you go up. We learned English from it. But today, it is no longer that same book. It is now a book used to propagate, to push some ideas, ideologies we are uncomfortable with. Please, look at this, the Queen's Primer, Part 2, the new revised edition. Let's go to chapter 5, page 5, I beg your pardon. Let me read something for you. It said, may Ben and Fan go to play in the hay. Yes, Ben and Fan may go to play in the hay. Let us be gay. Let us run away and play in the hay. Is this the way? Yes, it is the way. Let us be gay. My 3-year-old child is asking me, Daddy, what is gay? My 3-year-old child. Like, I don't have a problem with an adult choosing their sexuality, but I have a problem with my children, toddler, being taught this.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Very Concerned Nigerian. Yes, Ayo has his
I just
hand
have
up.
an observation from the
Yes.
way the guy talks and from his logic and reasoning. That guy did not read Queen's Premier in nursery school or primary school. That's all.
See, that's where we all learn English.
Yeah, we all learn English.
Apparently, you don't learn and where.
We
You don't
learn
let
English.
Bro, you don't learn and where.
I just want to say, Steve, do you have anything to say?
No, I don't have anything to say.
Like, bro, I don't.
Excuse me. First of all, just to make some corrections, right? First of all, first things first. What he just read was always in the book. It was always there. Like the word gay, and in that structure which is sent. I
Yeah.
read that book. I grew up reading part 1, all the
Yeah.
editions of that, the parts in that book. It was always there. I remember because the thing is ingrained in my head because I read it for months, even not years.
Yeah, you
right?
go read down steadily. Man.
So because a certain group picked up a lexicon, picked up a word and then owned that word, right?
Yeah.
Does not change the fact that that word still exists in the dictionary
Exists
as being
with his
happy.
definition. Yeah.
Word gay
That's the
means
classical.
happy. It's
It's
always
happy.
been in that book. But because I don't know what has happened to you in the last, 15, 20 years of your life. You can't remember that was in the book. And then you now want to build that as an agenda. Bro, if we can't even catch how agendas are being run, how complex agendas are being run, how do we even know that there's a problem? If this is how you think agendas are being run, and then the more complex agendas are being run, you can't even see it. How do you
go down,
even
go blow,
solve-
you go blow your head now.
Do you understand? So if I have a conversation with this guy now and give him my own conspiracy theory, he's just going to run into traffic and kill himself.
No, if you just give him a simulation theory, he's going Yaba left straight. He's going. There's no.
Do you understand?
He's going crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
It's always been that text has always been in that book. And it's sad that you see like this thing went viral, and the guy that posted this thing was then arguing with people. When people tried to tell him it's always been in that book, and the guy was arguing, and that's what I'm saying. We're ushering in young people who have no historical context, nothing available
Yeah.
to them, no programming.
Societal context, no nothing.
Bro, you wake up, you come back from school, and there's no program for you to follow and watch and learn anything anymore. There's nothing.
At all,
It's your
at all.
mobile phone. and YouTube.
Terrestrial TV is dead.
Do you know
Dead. There's
do you
nothing.
know how bad the algorithm on YouTube is when it starts offering you content after the first two folds?
It's not
After
even
the first two folds, you go through the people you subscribe to and some recommendations. By the third fold, when you are scrolling on YouTube, there's nothing there. It's just fluff. And then what YouTube then does and all these platforms then do, they even then move from structured 16 by 9 format videos to what they call reels, which is even worse because now you start taking people's original content and start taking it out of context.
And you repurpose it and you now skew it with your own agenda. I mean,
Then
this
they
thing
use you have all these women talking about when a woman talks to a man. I don't want to watch when a woman talks to a man. Stop giving me relationship advice.
Because you are not even an expert.
Why is there so much content on relationship advice from men and women?
Because that's what moves now.
Women talking about how they say men don't think a man wants. Who the fuck asked you? Told you? Who asked you question? Nah, there's a media problem globally, but there's a bigger media problem in Nigeria. And I keep saying this thing. I keep harping on two things: malnutrition and education. In the next 10 years, we're going to have a group of people who did not attend nursery, primary, and secondary school who will be readily
access to
present physically in front of you, and then there's going to be a problem.
Osagie, we have one already now. I don't want to mention his name because I don't want to spotlight these people. And that whole rhetoric of school and scam, that is the first fruit of this thing you're talking about. So when we have a giant network as NT, and we cannot point to three good qualitative programs for young people in this country, then there's a problem. And these people go to work every day, they collect salary. And they will do brainstorming meetings and say they want to create a new program, and they have no program. So that's where we are.
All right, let's delve into the Afrobeats you were talking about now.
Yeah.
Because there was a whole thing going on. Afrobeats
people were vexed. People were in their feelings.
Afrobeats is that, blah, blah, blah. Everybody, it was a whole thing. Everybody was, bro.
I had to leave Twitter at one point. It's like, bro, come on now.
I joined the Afrobeats to the world space for a minute. I listened to what they were saying. Everybody had hot takes and everything. Ayo, you are our chief
correspondent
when it comes to
chief bureau officer.
Yes. When it comes to everything Afrobeats. Tell us what is going on in Afrobeats. Tell us about, and I'll give you some context, right? I use Spotify a lot. But my DJ Pro is connected to my Apple Music, so I wanted to get some playlist, ahead of the show, so it's easy for me to shuffle the songs in and everything. So I said, I like one thing I like about Apple Music is their new releases, right? They have a specific page for it, so you can go there and check out the new releases. And I was scrolling, having a conversation with my friend, just telling him I was scrolling, and I scrolled a lot way back into like the previous weeks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 weeks. And I didn't see a lot of Nigerian releases. Like, out of everything I saw, maybe Nigerian music represented maybe 10, 12%. And I'm talking projects, not singles. All right? Maybe 10, 12% of the whole thing. And this is, and my phone is connected to the Nigerian account. So it was showing me what a Nigerian would see on Apple Music, And it just led me to, okay. So a few things I want you to touch on now. One, basically no music. Maybe because we're in Q1 2026, I don't know, but you can talk on Q4 2025 as well. So basically, not a lot of music being released. The music being released, quality is not as good as what we would think it would be. The music, right, is not as qualitative. 3, funding, right? We've seen a drop in funding. Whether it's coming from the international labels or it's coming from the people of the underground, the Yahoo boys too. We see a lot of Yahoo boys now moving into fashion. They are no more funding our artists, right? There's that as well. Then number 4, just the quality of people in that space and if they've actually imploded because they didn't do their jobs well. There's a number 5 where I want to throw them that most of them will now have to leave music and go and do other things because music is not going to pay them as well. But that's still in another 2 to 3 years. But please, those 4 things. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your brief, sir. Coming live direct from Afrobeats HQ, London, Lagos to the world. So the first question was Q1. Naturally, it has been a very slow year. A lot of Nigerian artists don't release a lot of songs in Q1. I think we're going to start seeing a lot of songs and albums from the end of March. But things have started warming up. We've had a few major releases. The Ashake and Whiskey album. Arasta just released a new single over the week. And I think Omale is dropping in April or so. So I think that is the beginning of the Afrobeat season, so to speak. What was the second question, please?
The second question is the quality of what is now being released. Although you're telling me what has been released, but can you tell me about the amount of music being released? Do you think it's from Q4 2025 to Q1 2026?
Mm-hmm.
Is this just a slow period, or are we generally seeing a drop in music release? In the amount of music release?
I think for Q4 we saw a drop in music releases because a lot of artists should have dropped around that period. But a lot of artists were not doing that, and it shows you the state of the industry right now, where a lot of people are not confident enough to do what they have to do in terms of songs, in terms of albums and all that, EPs and everything. Q1 is very slow. That's fine. Now, as per the quality, we've said it over and over and again, and I still stand by this. In the last 3 years, the quality of Nigerian music has dropped off immensely. It is no longer the standard bearer of what you call African pop music again. I mean, our Grammy Award-winning sister from South Africa is proof of that. So it has dropped drastically. Except for generation that we don't want to talk about because they are just the constant K every time. From the generation that emerged since 2019 or so, there has been that great body of work from them or a great run, apart from the outliers, Ashake or Mali. But generally as a culture, we've not seen any great, we've seen a huge drop in the quality of music in Afrobeats, Nigerian pop music as well. The third one, I believe, is funding, right?
Yes, sir. There's funding there, yes.
Oh, clearly, anybody who knows the backroom of the Nigerian music industry can tell you that funding has greatly dropped in the last since 2005 because a lot of your artists sign international deals that expires this year or expired last year.
Well, 2015, you mean? You said 2005.
Yes, from 2015, sorry, yeah. And what investors do now, they now take stock and look at how profitable this market is. I mean, since I can't remember the last global Afrobeat hit. I think it was maybe Calm Down or Yeah. But since then, we've not had any major one. And albums have been tanking a lot. And these albums are not just ordinary albums. They come with money. They come with releases. They come with marketing budgets and everything. And when they are not making that money, investors are going to be like, hold up. Let's see what is happening. Do we still pour money into this scene or let everything bottom out? I will not say what remains and what we can do about it. What was your last question, sir?
Last question is also questioning the people in this space that have worked in the last 5-6 years. Have they also added to the, to the job? Because people who call themselves A&Rs, managers, how well have they been efficient in doing their jobs? Or is it because of their inefficiency and just their ineptness or ineptitude that has led to people not trusting them, making the wrong decisions, and has led us somehow through the maze to this very point?
I believe this is a hammer on the right nail. The quality of people in the back room of the industry are not that exceptional or great. A lot of people parade themselves as managers, A&Rs, this and that and that. But you begin to see how they manage the talents they are meant to help become the next big star, and that hasn't happened at the end of the day. There are a lot of people who are in the industry today because it is a cash grab. These people do not have any in-depth knowledge about Nigerian music, do not know what it takes to break an artist, doesn't know what it takes to roll out an album or a song. They don't know what it takes to sustain a career over the period. I think everybody's just here because, this is the next big thing. Just like a decade ago, everybody was a blogger because there was apparently too much money there. Now, everybody wants to be in that space of the Afrobeat realm because, you could get $5,000, $7,000, being in the right room, speaking with the right accent, or having lunch with the right person. And this has led to a decline in investment and even the quality of music, because people are actually overseeing half-baked materials, half-baked albums, and greenlighting them for release, which shouldn't be so.
Thank you very much. I think
Yes, sir.
I want to bring up another conversation about our entertainment industry in general, right?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And this is something that came off. One saw that video of Ben Affleck talking about like AI in filmmaking, and ChatGPT. I just heard that is it Claude? A company bought his AI company. His AI startup.
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
Oh, Netflix. Sorry, Netflix bought his AI startup. He said they were. If you remember, if you watch that Joe Rogan interview when they were promoting the Rape, the Netflix movie, right?
Yeah.
He talked about Netflix telling them to reiterate their plot all through the movie. Did you guys get that part?
There's a particular term for it where you are told as a writer that because you know that your viewer is most likely to be on his mobile phone, you need to keep repeating the plot so that even if they're not watching,
all through.
they understand what is going on.
In the Reap, Osagie, you guys can remember them talking about like how much the Reap was all through the movie.
Yeah,
like
the
they
money.
were always reiterating it, you know.
Well, like how much
you know,
money
and that was and that was like, you know, because
you have
like
to keep
he
stating the
explained on
plot.
Joe Rogan, because people are now watching on Netflix, not in cinemas, they're on their mobile phones, like I have mentioned. You know, they're distracted by their kids who are crying, you know, their partners who want the kids. Like it's like that is how detailed he explained it, right? And I was thinking about that kind of information. How did that information, how did they come about that information? It's through study and through research, right? Because you have to start researching consumer behaviors. Like, how do people consume movies when they're on Netflix? Netflix is no longer competing with cinemas, it's competing with Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Like, these are things that go into this is the level, right?
Yeah.
Coming back home, and I know this question is kind of like it's redundant in a way, but like, what are we doing in these aspects to improve our arts? Okay, now we're having problems. Oh, the last few months has been dancing to promote cinema movies, right? And it became a conversation. Oh, I can't dance. My movies are for people who think. You know, stuff like that, like intellectual people. Like, what level of work are we putting in to ensure that our art is getting better and is being distributed better? Because we can't keep just winging this thing when people at the higher level are doing stuff like that. Do you understand? Like,
you know the answer is the lack of excellence. Our refusal to embrace excellence as a
this thing is that you know why I'm bothered.
As a trait.
You know why I'm bothered. The reason I'm bothered is streaming giants are pulling out now. Major record labels in Afrobeats, streaming giants for the movies, they're pulling out. Record labels for music industry are pulling out. No breakthrough artists in the last 1 year. What are we doing to engineer our own way, our own success? Like, what is happening, bro?
I can tell you what's
Osagie.
Yeah.
Once Osagie raises, it sounds like that.
You know, there's a problem in the class.
I just want to mention.
Okay.
I just want to mention that everything we want to say, any excuse you want to say, everything we want to say, everything that was going on in the Afrobeats conversation, right? That, which sprung into the Nollywood conversation.
Nollywood conversation.
It still goes down to some fundamental things. Once you don't have the fundamental setup, you can't build anything.
You can't build on
hunger,
you can't build on sand. It's not even it's not even a case of people are poor. That's not even the fact I'm harping on. What I'm talking about now is the people responsible for building infrastructure, for the other people to come and set the rails on, right? It has not been done.
They're not competent people.
You understand? It's still not been done. Those things don't exist. So whatever we want to do, this engineering is okay. You know what? We need to engineer to build this kind of thing. There are people in sectors that have been voted into public offices that wake up every day responsible for these things and then engage
build and regulate. Yeah.
You understand? Regulation, enhancing, subsidizing, You know, some of these things.
Do you know that Nigeria does not have an academy for recording music or for movies till today?
Do you understand?
Osags, you know what bothers me?
How many songs were officially released
in
Nigeria last year? Is there
How many
anywhere
albums
we
were
can
sold?
go and check?
How many albums were sold in Nigeria last year?
Is there any way we can check? Guys, I'm thankful that you brought back this thing this thing that Steve said and led me to this question. To this my answer. There's something that happened to me a few days ago. I don't know what I was doing. I can't remember where I was. I'll try and remember. But I was having a conversation with somebody, something that had to do with a DVD. Right? And the person had the DVD. I think the person said, oh, their marriage video or something was on a DVD. But they don't even have any electrical
Device.
equipment. Do you understand? To pay for, to play and to
The
access what was on the DVD. Right?
Yeah.
And then it led to, I started thinking and just went into a wormhole of thinking about devices, blah, 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 blah. And like, who actually drives for innovation? Do you understand? In some of these spaces. And it's the manufacturers and the people who want to make money and optimize and sell things cheaper, blah, blah, blah. They're the ones that do all these things. Then I was thinking that in Nigeria, where people can't afford streaming, afford to pay for streaming and all these things, but they can still afford to buy DVDs and CDs that are cheap.
Yes.
Do you understand? They can still afford
Yes.
physical quantity, right?
Physical media.
Yes, I was now thinking that these people had devices that they could play this thing on, and then they woke up one day and their device couldn't play anything else because they couldn't access those things. That if government that is serious and knows that its people cannot afford to pay for this kind of streaming and everything, why are you not telling the people bringing the electronics in, the LG, the Hisense and co, that
this must still be part of what you are bringing in?
are going to produce VCDs and DVDs for us in this country, because this is the media that people are still using.
This is what we are consuming. This is
So
how
if
we
you are going
consume
to
media.
bring, if you are going to bring any blah, 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 you also have to bring these things in.
That's a brilliant take.
Because I think it was in China or so, they were saying that DVDs were now selling. People were still selling DVDs. I was just like, wait, people are still selling CDs. I think I saw a report of them in China saying that they sold amount of CDs. And I'm like, oh man, it makes so much sense. Someone mandates it to say, you still have to have these certain kind of things if you still want to do this certain kind of sales.
Business with us.
And then you can do it. What always drives us to this thing where we're looking for the next shiny thing, and Nigeria and Nigerians keep acting like we are America. We are not top. We're a decent, low average consumer type of country that should still be playing in the spaces we're playing. But we keep wanting to get the new iPhone and the new wristwatch that cannot access half of the apps because it is not enabled for your region.
At all.
Do you understand? You can't even use Apple Pay in Nigeria. It's not enabled for your region. When my friend first traveled to New York for the first time, I think that was the first time I was traveling, he had traveled, but he traveled to New York and he started telling me, oh, Osagie, man, there are things on the iPhone that in Nigeria it won't make sense. But like these things are engineered for, they're sort of engineered for where they are engineered for. It's like the first set of people that started making like phone cameras, right? They engineered them for white people first.
For white people, yeah.
And that's why if a black guy took a picture, the background and the person, you won't see anything because they were tested and engineered for. Why do we keep using infrastructure and technological infrastructure that has not been engineered for the Nigerian market or the African markets?
Because we want to be the cool kids.
People still have VCDs and DVDs. You can still sell these things. You can go platinum. People will readily buy these things. You can go 2013 went platinum.
Osagie, do you know
People
why?
can still go platinum. People can now buy a CD for 1,000 naira. Right? And you can go platinum.
But do you know why, Osagie?
Why?
Because in this country, we've not dealt with the monster that hindered this thing. And we've not still dealt with physical piracy. Because if you go back, you're still going to have to deal with piracy, which we've not dealt with.
And we didn't deal with the piracy because
we didn't deal with the piracy. We just abandoned them. But that is still Alaba's structure is still the most effective way of distributing physical media in this country. But since we didn't want to deal with piracy, and we say, oh, streaming is the new cool, you cut off almost like 80% of your target audience.
But even the streaming now, what happened to DSTV? Why are there no sales? Everybody's streaming illegally.
Bro,
everybody's listening to music illegally. Everybody's watching movies illegally.
Have you seen the price for DSTV lately?
I haven't seen it. Someone said they've not even used their DSTV for that. It was the happiest man. They opened it and took out the hard disk.
So DSTV this thing is also happening to them in South Africa. Netflix is killing them because people are saying there's no point again.
Well, the version of Netflix here, Net Nigeria, is what's killing them here.
Yeah.
Because now the model of DSTV is not practical for 2026.
You know
why must I switch on my television to watch when I can watch it on my laptop?
I have another solution.
The Net Nigeria guy is in court right now. That's what we heard, right?
Yeah.
He's in court.
Yes.
Right, and all of that. But his website is still running.
And they didn't tell DSS.
Is it still running?
You know why?
How is that possible?
I just went to netnigeria.net. I clicked on War Machine. It's here.
I have the answer, guy. I have the answer. Let me tell you the answer. He didn't publish inflation figures. If he published inflation figures, DSS
would have shut it down. Would have shut down the website.
You understand what I'm saying? I think so. So the problem here is the people who are responsible for this infrastructure, they've abandoned the work. So you can't build anything. You can't build castles in the air. You can't. So these Afrobeats that we thought it was injected by foreign companies, they injected and pumped money into it, took it out, tried to exploit it, and now it's not profitable enough. They are
then
moving
you get back to ground zero. You're back to
ground zero, which I'm happy about because you people will now start making great music again.
And it will force out the fakers.
Because you people,
I swear, they'll start making good music again.
The fakers will leave. The fakers in the industry. Oh, I'm an A&R. But you started by dancing on TikTok. Then all of a sudden you became an A&R, right? And the scammers, they will leave because there's no money anymore. The ones that
less glamorous now.
Foreign DSPs came, and the people that went to finish schooling and finished their masters but didn't have anything to do with their life, and all of a sudden magically became an A&R and a manager and started working with international labels because you can speak good English. You people will leave too because they can't pay your salaries anymore. All of you will go. The fake artists will go. The ones that are meant to be rappers that said, let's start be doing Afrobeat because Afrobeat is better.
We'll go back to
rapping.
Everybody will go back to rapping.
The producers that are meant to be doing hip hop that went to start doing Afrobeat because Afrobeat
is start producing
everybody. You're suffering and
your resetting
will lead to originality.
Will lead to originality and lead to originality. That's what I'm looking. That's the only upside to it.
That's the upside
because there's no money. You people will leave. They're shutting down their businesses.
And eventually it will lead us to also discovering sounds from other sides of the country instead of Lagos.
Which is necessary.
Because we are going to, what is going to
Everybody's
happen
going back to
resets.
Is reset. A level playing field.
The guy that is charging $20,000 for video shoots, you will
exactly.
into the air.
You will fade into the air. You start charging 1 million, 2 million, 5 million.
No, he's not going to charge because he has an ego. So you just be doing it once a year. But you wait. Another person will come again.
You people will come
started. All these new artists, all these Gen Z artists, have you noticed they don't do big music video shoots?
They don't have money. Somebody was explaining it to me. Them Z11, Tensky and all these guys, they can't use producers because they can't pay producers. So they now have to learn production, but the production is not good.
It's not good,
but they are learning it. We're back to square one, guys. We're back to LD and the Pentium 2 in Unilag.
Yes, we'll figure it out. Exactly.
Back in the footage.
It makes sense.
Round of applause to everybody. You fucked it up. We're back
to our original setting. Yeah.
Yes. Now we are going to make the real people that need to be making music that couldn't have access. Will
now come out.
We're back.
That office you will shut down that office because they are no more paying the rent.
You mean office or game center? Is it office or game center?
Or where they play table tennis? Where they play table tennis?
I'm sorry if I went somewhere.
Where they play table tennis?
Many people not even know. Many people not know. Less than industry. Many people
don't know. Okay, for our research issue, I have a solution.
What's the solution?
You know, we always talk about how we see like big companies in Nigeria. They don't even have like research departments. Like, for example, you go to a Dangote website, you go to their website, and there's no research.
Before you go
into they're not even funding research.
Steve, before you go into what you're saying, because it's interesting, I just want to just track back on
double down on something.
What we're talking about and how Nigerians are also, stupid. I said someone said something, right? He said, I can't wait for the day a Nigerian builds a streaming platform that can stand shoulder to shoulder with Spotify and Apple Music globally. Nigerians are too
Streaming.
creative for us not to own a piece
Streaming.
of global tech and music infrastructure. First of all, I need more Nigerians to travel to understand that on the scale of things, you are not that great.
You're not relevant.
Do you understand? Everybody is great. This thing is a problem. Oh. This thing is a big problem when Nigerians think they are like from the blood lineage of Jesus Christ. It's a problem. When we keep saying, because I don't see other countries do it. Nigerians do it a lot. We justify this thing of we have a bad market or bad government, and that's why people are not, like, what's this whole thing of Nigerians are too creative for us not to own a piece of global? Like, what's this thing that we have about Nigerians? Then I'm going to distill it. Sorry, but I'm part of this. Oh, you guys can't kill me. I'm going to now further distill it to Southeasterners who also think they are from a lineage straight from Abraham. I have a couple of Igbo friends. You were talking to them like this. When one found out I was half Igbo, he said, hey, no wonder you have a blood of an Igbo man, Osagie. No, what? I was just looking at the guy like, are you fucking kidding me right now? You guys need to chill, okay? Talent is everywhere. People are blessed from everywhere. It's democratized. Stop this thing. Stop it. Anyways,
please,
like
that person said that tweet.
No. So the person said the tweet. I now said the reality is that Nigerians are too poor to pay for streaming. The monthly cost of streaming music movies in Nigeria is 1/10 of the average global pricing. International companies can afford to bear the loss. Local companies cannot. Someone now replies me and says, who says a Nigerian streaming platform can only be patronized by Nigerians? We can start a global audience to offset the low purchasing power of Nigerian users. So first of all, you admit that Nigerians are poor and that cannot pay for the streaming. You now say you should set up the streaming so that international people will pay. I'm sorry I got faced by a total stranger on the internet. Steve. Oh, Ayo, you want to
No, I think because now we need local solutions, right?
Yes. So where are the research guys from the top international
bro, do you know that almost every university in Nigeria,
yes,
almost every university in Nigeria, right, they have music departments?
Yes, now.
Like, what are the graduates doing? Like, what are music graduates doing every year, for example? Like,
they're graduating music
They're
department.
graduating from music departments.
And from music department, some are going to become social media content creators. Some are going into the bank to start as teller. Some are going into police.
I was watching a random director's interview. You know that Hollywood, what's this Hollywood channel, YouTube channel, Hollywood Reporters, where directors come and talk about movies. Roundtable. And one of the directors was just talking about how he was working with University of Southern California students, and they discovered one idea. And I'm like, which Nigerian producer is going to speak with like a creative or like a theater arts graduate or people?
Steve
has just put the battery in my back because I am almost sexy, Omotola, right? I'm a director. I just put out my first directorial movie. Forget if it's a crap movie or not, right? I go to Convenant University. What do you think is going to happen?
Bro,
they're going to chase me away.
Steve, let me bust your brain.
What?
Yes, now.
Steve, let me bust your brain. In almost every university in this country, there's a theater arts department.
There's a theater arts department. There's a music department.
Bro, and you wonder the level of acting in this country. And why it doesn't correlate.
And I wonder
how
you know.
Bro, when the director mentioned it, then I went to start, like, I just went to ChatGPT and I started researching. Silicon Valley right now, Silicon Valley was because of Stanford University.
It started out as students. Yeah.
Bro, like, there's so many examples.
Don't worry, Steve.
Let me bust your brain.
We have Yabacon.
Steve, let me bust your brain.
Yeah. So, that's it, Steve.
It's incredible.
Yeah, that's where we are. No research. Does Dangote, do they have a research team?
Bro, no. And Nathan tweeted it one time that he has gone to all the websites of big Nigerian conglomerates. there's nobody that mentions, oh, this is how much we've spent on research this year. Because what are you researching? You're just copying products from just copy products, monopolize it, and that's it. You are good.
Monopolize it and sort
And
through.
that's
You need to
good.
sort out
The
in
money that
government.
the money that you're supposed to use
You have
on
used it to
research,
sort.
use it to sort somebody in government, and you're fine.
You understand? The ones that have sorted Standard Organization of Nigeria, they've sorted. The ones that have sorted NAFDAC, they've sorted. Do you understand? He said,
What are
"Where's the
you
research
researching
money?
again?
We use the research for sorting. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So that's where
Bro.
we are. That's where we are as a country.
Bro,
That's where we are.
see how
So this
Ayo
positive
is
thing that people
the
try and do,
Denzel,
to be
what's this guy that
positive.
acted in Wakanda, the late actor, what's his name?
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman.
Sorry. According to Diana, what's her name? The Toilawani. Chad Bosik. That's the level of excellence.
That's the level.
That's the level of excellence. They wrote the
Chad
guys, the Chad Bosik. Somebody wrote Chad Bosik.
You know how
Chadwick
Denzel paid
Chadwick
for
Boseman,
paid for his I think school fees or something
Yeah.
while he was in school. Like
Tuition,
the direct
tuition.
pipeline, tuition, sorry. The direct pipeline of like being from an educational institute and working with industry players and from there getting into the industry is something that we can't deny. It's working. It works. It has worked. Why are we not playing into it to develop like local solutions?
We're not ready.
Like what is happening?
We're not ready, my brother. All this things you're saying, we're not ready. We're not ready. All right, we're not ready. We're not ready. We live on like salad.
Bro, students are spending their time, their money to come up with project topics every year.
None of them are being implemented.
If I'm looking for ideas now, like I'm saying, okay, like the project topics, like what are graduates in biochemistry now doing? Like what are they, like for example, I'm playing in that field. I'm just like, what are the young people right now thinking about? I say, what database can I go and research these things? Even the universities don't have it.
Bro, when I was
Man.
working in my data analyst field, right? I had a field day with data sets.
Yeah.
Do you understand? There are different platforms. There's one called Kaggle, right? The data set Kaggle has alone, is so much. You can play in any field you want. Anything you want to be interested in, you can. Bro, they have data fields from computer science, education, any field. Let me give you examples. I just went to their trending data sets, right? Bank transactions data set for fraud detection. Zomato cat add-on session data sets. Online learning student dropout data sets. Airline ticket prices data sets. Mobile price classification data set. Animal Crossing New Horizons catalog. Wine reviews. Netflix movies and TV shows. FIFA World Cup. WBC 2026 scouting. FIFA World Cup complete history from 1930 to 2022. Do you understand the amount of... You can just play with that data set and say how many goals were scored from Nodders, how many goals were scored with the left leg. Do you understand the amount of data that is there that you can just take, squeeze around, do whatever you want to do, and put in storytelling formats? There's stuff to work with. Now, I am going to type Nigeria in the search column to look for Nigerian data sets. How many? In the total, I'm seeing a couple, which is not bad. Global terrorist attack, not surprising, right? Wait, let me go and click on the data set. Okay, I have 421 data sets here from Nigeria. Not bad, right? No, it's bad. 421 for a country is actually
large.
poor. It's poor. It's poor. Disease outbreaks in Nigeria data set. MTN Nigeria customer churn. Nice. Okay. Nigeria car prices from 3 years ago. Nigerian traffic crashes. A couple of things. But here we find ourselves, my brothers.
Man.
No surprise.
Listen to the kids, bro. How we listen? How are we going to listen to the kids when we're not going to meet them where they are and where they are thriving?
It's not possible.
Man. It's not possible.
You know the funny thing? every state in this country has a stadium, and we complain about touring.
It's crazy.
We don't use our facilities well. That's the problem.
Now, 2026 now, Ayo, who's going to be our breaker?
You're not having a break. You know this is breaker. Do you know how expensive it is to have one breaker star? It's not financially possible.
Oh God, I'm
It's
talking
not.
about talent. We're talking about like how someone that is going to shine through their talent. The first thing
It's
you're
not.
thinking about is the cost.
Is the cost because they've
It's
inflated all those
insane.
prices. So those prices need to go down first because a lot of people were inflating it for no reason. There's no reason
So,
why should I be.
you're
I'll be putting
telling me
big-
that there's no way we're going to get an organic breakout star. Like it's impossible in the music terrain in
No, you have
2026.
it on TikTok, but the thing is that when the artist is now moving from TikTok to the mainstream now, everybody is putting a voice and they're inflating it because everybody wants to chop. There's no reason why a music video in Nigeria should cost $100,000. There's no reason.
Wait, first things first, Steve. First thing first, there's nothing like an organic breakout star. Everything is manufactured and engineered. It just makes they always just make it look as if it's not.
Fair point.
Right?
Fair point. Fair point.
But I understand with your point now is that how can like an upcomer even get signed to like nobody is funding anymore. That's the point. You have somebody that is popular or has talent and is building something, right? And then someone swoops in and says, okay, let's sign this guy to do this. Who's doing the signing now? Where are the labels? There's no label anymore.
Even if you get,
there's nobody to do the signing. There's nothing.
even if you get safe, the money they're going to put behind your back is going to be so minimal. It's going to be like a splash in the ocean. I mean, like a tiny drop in the ocean. So it's back to ground zero now, and using local solutions to figure this shit out.
Well,
There
you have it, guys.
We start with a lot of energy and then we end with Nigeria just weighing on our shoulder.
Now, so it be.
What do you guys want to do now? Talking for like 3 hours plus. Let's
We've
do this
tried
week in
now.
history and bounce.
Yep.
This week in history. What week are we in? You won't believe this week in history, guys.
Talk to me.
What's it about?
This week in history, Dele Giwa was born.
Look at that.
This is crazy, man. You can't make this shit up. This week in history, Dele Giwa was born on March 16, 1947, as co-founder of Newswatch in the 1980s. He became one of Nigeria's most fearless journalists. The magazine gained a reputation for exposing corruption and abuses of power under the military governments of Muhammadu Buhari and later Ibrahim Babangida. On October 19, 1986, a package delivered to his Lagos home exploded, killing him in one of the most brutal attacks on journalism in Nigeria. The Babangida regime was widely blamed, but the case remains unsolved. Hey, Chineke me.
I mean, a minister too, his own case is unsolved.
Journalists later bombed.
Straight to
Everybody
the head,
moved
man.
on.
No, move on now. Stay there now.
Okay, this week in history. That's this week in history. Sorry, only 1 week in
Alright.
history. Yeah, next week is.
R.I.P. Dele Giwa.
Yeah, rest in
R.I.P.
peace,
Dele
Dele.
Giwa.
Rest in peace, Dele Giwa. It was when I was reading the story, I was reading Social of Fortune, of course, and it goes into detail, a lot of detail in the story. It was when I found out that his first wife was actually Florence Itagiwa. I had no idea.
Yes, sir. Yes,
For
sir.
real?
I didn't know.
I
I've
knew.
never talked to someone and we got to that point of talking. No,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
by the time I knew about Florence Itagiwa, right, when I became like a young guy watching TV and
No, she was already an established politician.
exactly. There was
on
never
her
a
own.
crossover with. There was never a crossover with
Giwa.
Dele Giwa. I've never
Giwa.
seen both names cross. It was the first time in the book, so it's good to
Makes
always know
sense.
your history.
Yeah.
It's good to always know your history. So next week, guys, we will do fan mail. We'll got a couple of fan mail, play more music, relax, keep it easy. Nothing. Talk about the MI Mood 9. Need to talk about that as well. We kind of had like the first conversation on it, but really go into it deeply, right? I'm not happy that I'm not happy with the state of hip hop in Nigeria. I'm not happy that we're arguing over a 40-something-year-old and 50-something-year-old who have both past their prime, right? And should be celebrated and respected. And they were going for back and forth bickering, two styles of hip hop. Funny enough, like what am I and they both rap in English, it's just pointless, it's just, some people want to hold on to something and other people want to, it's like, it wasn't, it's not like you say Common versus Jada case, then everybody's saying, oh man, Common has this style, or Jada can. They were now trying to downplay some people like, oh, this one did not make money, this one connected more, do two different styles, two different genres, two different things, one camp was clearly funded, they were more coordinated, and this thing, another set of people accused those ones of being, come on, man. Cut it off, guys. Maybe we'll go into it like next week and just go into the details of everything, right? And how we should be celebrating these people more. They have their flaws, they have their upside. We talked about it, right? They have their flaws, they have their upsides. They have where they should have done better. These are things that you need to learn about. Not make it look like one person has to sit on the throne all the time. I think we can do better. Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's just me about it. But like, hip hop is a young man sport. I'm not doing a 40 and 50-year-old fight. No, it's not happening. Guys, cut it out.
Like 50 Cent and T.I.
I've not listened to one. I've not listened to one diss song from that. One record from that.
Let me tell you something, Steve. You're not missing anything because I listened to you. You're not missing anything. A 40, bro, in any other industry, if we saw it, a 40-something or 50-something-year-old, if Ronaldo and Messi are fighting today, people are going to say, guys, give it a rest.
Yeah.
Right now, what they should be focused on is touring the world and enjoy their catalog. Why are they also making noise again?
That's all. Not he didn't do this. He didn't do that. He didn't do this. No, this one is the boss. This one, when this one raps, like, come on, guys. Come on. Cut it out. Cut it out. What do you guys want to end with?
I don't think we've ended already. Just play music. Where will you go?
Just like that. I'm thinking, okay, no problem. I will play something that.
No, they do like Radio Nigeria, Steve. The song has to be created. It's not Radio Nigeria.
Radio Nigeria too. All right, guys. We will catch you next week. Next week we have a lot to talk about. A lot. Yes, we will, because Nigeria will always give us something to talk about. That's why I love Nigeria. There's always something. There's one thing that will piss Steve off or piss Ayo off, and me, I'll just be in the middle of it, But yeah, I'm just using Star to look for the song I want to play for you guys, actually. But I will find it now, and I will play it for you guys. All right, I'll catch you guys next week. I haven't found the song.
No.
Yep. Okay, found a random song.
All right.
Sometimes in life, you feel so blue. You feel the whole world is coming down on you. The rest they jolly while you just need to worry. Don't let people around you come they tell you sorry. Sometimes I'm worried cause there's so much trouble in my head. I end up working my ass up to find my daily bread. I could stop thinking and listen to some good music instead. Won't let these troubles get the best of me, so therefore I could dance. Let not be in trouble my mind. Try to make some money, but can't make enough. At times like this, you must be tough. Don't let this situation try to put you up. Do you wanna die young? You wanna get top? You wanna get immigrant?
people don't know what they have now until they lose it. Take the best quality of time that you have now, quickly use it. Don't let Baba God take the talent away, cause you misuse it, or you abuse it, or maybe you simply refuse it. Me, I go dance, let my man with the underground do the understand. If you feel now, trust me, surely you get another chance. Believe me, when you walk out, you go change your circumstance. So now take a couple and check up, no good dance.